When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. At Pioneer, you'll gain real-world skills, hands-on training, and college credits, all while preparing for the jobs of tomorrow. Pioneer, preparing today's students for tomorrow's opportunities. Discover your future at Pioneer.
I'm Steve Krall, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
Welcome you inside the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth, everybody. Aaron Hines alongside my partner Erik Wild, WMAN, teaming up with our friends at the OH Report tonight to bring you live high school playoff football. And again, the winner punches their ticket to the state Final Four. This rivalry, Erik Will, dates back more than 130 years. It's tied for the oldest rivalry in the state of Ohio, 1894, with McKinley and Canton and Massillon. And for the 123rd time, Shelby and Gallion will play, and there has never been more on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're at a historic stadium for a historic game and for a historic opportunity for both of these teams. Crawford County, Richland County, league foes going at it, duking it out. They played each other earlier in the year with a chance to punch their ticket. This is a trophy game, Aaron. It doesn't get any better than this, man. So these two teams had a great week of prep. They're going to leave it out here on the line at Arlin Field in front of a great crowd here on a rainy night.
We are moments away from the opening kickoff. Both bands have teamed up, and they're going to play tonight's national anthem.
we sat in your office, in your studio, me, you, and Jake Furr, and we talked about the MOAC. And to be honest with you, hey, we undersold the Gallion Tigers, and Coach Dick said, man, we know we got a good football team, and he has done nothing but prove that the entire year. And to me, I love the fact that Gallion has just, they just put their head down. Their kids are tough. They established the line of scrimmage, and they're going to get an opportunity tonight to prove just how good they are.
Playing in the second regional final in school history, the last one they won it all back in 1985. Eric, their defense has been very good, allowing just 10 points a game.
Yeah, 10.2 points a game, and offensively, I think they play opportunistic. They definitely lean on that. They're going to lean on that run game for clock control tonight, and they're stingy on offense too. They're still going to give you 31 a game. So Gallion is a complete football team.
Well, Gallion led by their quarterback Aiden Schmidt, who's thrown for better than 2,100 yards, 20 touchdowns, completing just under 59%. They are without their star wide receiver.
Yes.
He's injured, Jacob Chambers, but other guys, Kurt Hay, Kane Hay, Dominic Capretta, they got other guys, and Eric, you mentioned they got about 4 or 5 guys that'll run the football.
Yeah, exactly. I was getting ready to go there because, Kuhlman will run the football as well, and I love watching him run 455 yards on the year. He's averaging 8 yards a touch. You got to love that. And then Braxton Stuckman, and of course Aiden Schmidt, the quarterback's coming in. So just between those 3 guys, they've got well over 1,200 yards, Aaron. And then let's talk about the receivers. Listen, you don't replace a Jacob Chambers. That kid's just a football playing Jesse. He's great on your defense. He was your explosive, he was equivalent to their Brady Bowman. You know what I mean? He was a great football player. Well, he's out, right? What did they do? All they've done is in this tournament is go out and win 2 games. Who's been picking up the slack? Jamison Chu, Kurt Hay, Kane Hay. Those guys, all 3 of them have done a nice job of putting Gallion in this situation tonight.
Cameron Coleman, their leader on defense, a middle linebacker, 156 tackles on the year as Gallion hits the field. White jerseys, blue pants, and the orange helmet.
And we've got to talk about, for me, Cameron Coleman. Cameron Coleman, I think he might be the best defensive football player we've covered this year.
Eric, he's 156
he
tackles.
Is unbelievable. I'm going to give you some stat lines with Cameron Coleman here. Man, that's loud, isn't it?
The Whippets are hitting the field. Red jerseys, gray pants. Sam Gorst just burst right through the banner. Got the silver helmets, and we are ready to roll and talk Shelby.
Yeah, and real quick, 156 tackles, 12 TFLs, 4 sacks. You're talking about a kid that's going to be all over this game and tasked with trying to slow down Braden DeVito.
Well, let's talk Shelby. 7th-year head coach Rob Mahaney, 12-0, number 1 seed, got his 100th career win last week in their win over Lima Bath, 49-7, and it all starts with number 2, Braden DeVito, who has really had some kind of season.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we put up here more explosive than nitroglycerin. That's what that offense is, averaging 46.2 a game. It's the best scoring defense as well in Richland County, 8.7 points a game. See, that's what people don't realize is you want to talk about that high-octane offense. Well, they don't give up a whole lot. How many points have they given up late in games where it was a JV game?
By the way, Shelby, Eric, when you talk about their defense, has given up 37 total points in their last 8 games.
Yeah, and listen, we're going to talk about this, but I'm going to go ahead and get it off right now. Get this stat out here. Braden DeVito, Mr. Football candidate. We're going to talk about him when they come out on offense a little bit. Listen to these numbers: 12,440 yards passing. Ready for this? 4,294 rushing yards for a combined 16,734 yards. Aaron, if you get the old school adding machine out and calculator, you go yards to miles, 9.5 miles worth of yards he's accounted for in his career. And oh, by the way, 4 touchdowns, I believe, Aaron, right? 4 touchdowns away from 200 total touchdowns.
Braden DeVito with 60 touchdowns this season. Shelby averaging 46 a game. They've scored 30 or more in 13 straight games.
Which leads the state.
Number 1 in the state of Ohio. They've scored 20 or more in 25 straight, tied for 2nd longest in the state of Ohio.
And we've got to talk about, like I said, he's Batman. Let's talk about Robin. We got to talk about Brady Bowman. 70 catches, 1,457 yards, 21 touchdowns. One of the best receivers in the entire state of Ohio. You always hear me say this. He's quicker than 2 cats. He's unbelievably smooth. He's like a Norelco shave, man. When he catches that ball, he just slithers his way through. And I'm excited about this game. That Gallion defense against that Shelby offense. And then, with losing a playmaker like Chambers in a game like this, I think Gallion's recipe for success is to control the ground game, keep that Shelby offense off the field.
By the way, Shelby led by Sam Gwirtz, who has 121 tackles, Defensive Player of the Year in the Northwest District. Braden DeVito, the Offensive Player of the Year in the Northwest District. And Coach Mahaney, one of 3 Coaches of the Year in the Northwest District, along with Napoleon and Bellevue. By the way, Bryce Sampson's been great on defense. Carter Kessler, Hunter Oney's playing great for Shelby as well, along with Michael Shepard. And we are ready to go. Shelby won the toss. They have deferred. Everett Harris has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Kick. It's going to be a squib down the field. We're underway. 30-yard line. The Gallion player dove on it, lost it. There's a scramble for the ball on the far sideline. I think Gallion has it. It'll be right around the 28-yard line. One of the Gallion players tried to grab it. Rain is falling. Then there was a mad scramble for the football. The official says Gallion got it right along the sideline. And the Tigers will have it. 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Erik, we will see Aiden Schmidt and the offense for the Gallion Tigers first here tonight.
Yeah, and here they go coming out. And, when you look at Gallion, some of their keys to win in the football game is they've got to control the game on the ground, right? And they've got to keep that Shelby defense off the field. And excited to see what their game plan is coming in here for this second matchup.
All right, first play of the ball game, 1st and 10 from their own 27. Back to pass, over the middle. Pass is going to be thrown, and it's going to be caught up the field. That is grabbed by Kurt Hay. He catches it across the 40 at the 42-yard line. That is a home and kitchen supply first down. A great throw from quarterback Aiden Schmidt on the first play from scrimmage. It goes for about 15 yards. And a nice first play tonight for the Gallion offense.
Yeah, Kurt Hay with 24 catches, 402. So nice play up the seam there against that Shelby D.
1st and 10, handoff right side. This is Braxton Stuckman. He'll burst out of a first tackle at the line of scrimmage, squirt his way for a couple out near the 44-yard line, and Shelby will make the stop. It'll be a gain of about 2 yards. 11:20 to go, opening quarter. We are scoreless, just underway. Gallion will have it 2nd down and about 8 yards to go from their own 44-yard line.
Gallion going a little tempo here, if nothing else, just to get up the line of scrimmage. See that Shelby defense. Shelby with that too high safety look right now, playing quarters or 2.
4 wide receivers. Schmidt back to pass. His scramble pressure is coming. He'll elude. He'll roll to the right. He'll throw it up the field and just throw it into the sideline, actually into the first row or second row of the bleachers. It'll be incomplete. Carter Kessler was bringing the heat. Michael Shepard was back there. They brought the heat, and Aiden Schmidt has had to unload that baby.
And that's one of the strengths of that Shelby defense, or those 2 defensive ends, man. They're going to come after you, and that's a great job by Schmidt there, preserving. He's outside the pocket. He just found Mom and said, here you go, I'm going to throw you a pass. It's like playing in the backyard. Way to preserve that. Now we got a 3rd and long, though, for Gallion.
3rd down, 8 yards to go from their own 44-yard line. 10:56 to play, first quarter. Back to pass, right side thrown, caught. The receiver does not have the first down. Terrific coverage by Cole Dorsey on the far side of the field. It was caught there by Gallion's Kurt Hay, but what defense by Cole Dorsey, they made a great defensive play, Erik, to stop him. A gain of about 3. They'll have it 4th down and about 5.
Yeah, listen, all hands on the deck here. You want to run, you're doing a punt safe return, and make sure you check the fake. Great job. That was covered 2 there, so he's reading that guy coming out in the flat there.
It was Kurt Hay on the catch. Punt. And they will punt it away. Well, Gallion, good punt. Brady Bowman back to the field. It broke out of a tackle at about the 7-yard line. Then Gallion right there to take him down. Multiple guys flying up the field for Gallion to make that stop. Good job there by Bowman to catch it. Guys were right in his face. He'll return it near the 10-yard line as the rain falls. We will see the Shelby Whippet offense for the first time tonight. 10:13 to play, first quarter. We are scoreless. Braden DeVito leading the offense out. Erik, let's talk about some keys for Shelby's offense.
The keys aren't going to be, they're not real quiet here. I mean, we know what this looks like. Shelby's going to be so good. They got to slow down that Gallion run game and then establish the run game at the line of scrimmage there, and just let 2 do his thing.
And 2 is in the gun. Braden DeVito, he'll pull it down and run up the middle across the 10,
boy.
15, DeVito to the 20, to the outside to the 30, Braden to the 40, midfield to the Gallion 40, down the sideline, 30, 25, 20, DeVito knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Braden DeVito on the first play from scrimmage for the Shelby Whippets. Darts about 80 yards down the sideline, and the Whippets have it first and goal at the Gallion 10.
Well, we came into this game saying that he was about 300 and some yards away from being Shelby's all-time leading rusher. He just knocked 80 off right there. Listen, he's the best player on the field. It's undisputable. He's a Mr. Football candidate. When the ball's in his hands, you hold your breath.
10 minutes to play, opening quarter, first and goal from the Gallion 10. Handoff to Sloan. He'll be bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Good job that time by Gallion. And was Dominic Capretta, the junior defensive lineman, taking him down. It'll be a short gain of about a half yard. They're just inside the 10, near the 9, inside that Shakely Mechanical red zone. When things heat up at your house, keep you cool. And call the great people at Shakely Mechanical, plumbing, heating, and cooling in Ashland. They'll take care of you.
Yeah, great job there by Gallion's defense to respond. Got yourself a second and goal, hanging out around the 9-yard line. Listen, that call was as much to give Braden DeVito a break after that 80-yard run as it was anything else.
9:29 to go, scoreless first quarter. Two wide receivers, one each way. DeVito will fake the handoff, keep it himself to the 5. DeVito driving the legs inside the 5 and down near the 2-yard line. DeVito with about a 7-yard run. It'll be third down and goal Shelby at Gallion's 2-yard line. 9:06 to go, first quarter. We are scoreless against Shelby. Will have it third down goal from the Gallion 2-yard line.
Yeah, a little gap there, a little power counter coming back. You're pulling your H, Shepard around. You get old Big Garrett, number 70, going through there. And listen, you just tell your guys, first opposite color, third and goal from the 2 here for the Whippets.
8:45 to play.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, they lined up one, but now they'll slide out of that. DeVito will take the snap. Penalty marker will fly. Hang on, a false start on Shelby. The Whippets, third and goal from the 2, had guys moving around. There was everybody not set.
Yeah, that everybody was set. We'll see it here. Watch. Remember, after they do that shift, everybody's got to sit a full count. I didn't see the.
I'll tell you what, it looked like a full count to me.
No, it looked like a full count to me, too. I'd like to know who he called that because I didn't see anybody move, but nonetheless, Shelby's backing up 5. You would probably think in this situation, Shelby can kick, but a lot of it's going to be predicated on what do they get on this third down and goal from the 7-yard line here. Something tells me 2 is going to be deciding it. And listen, this is the point in time in the game you're going to start seeing Coach Halbert and Coach Mahaney, a lot of those gadget plays.
All right, Shelby, third and goal from Gallion, 7-yard line. Scoreless, opening quarter, 8:19 to play. DeVito in the gun, 3 wide receivers left. Bowman in motion. They'll fake the handoff, throw it left side. Bowman caught it at the 10, bounces to the outside. Bowman will dart into the end zone. It's a 7-yard touchdown throw and catch. DeVito, Bowman bounces it to the outside, and the Whippets score on the opening drive.
Touchdown number 22 for Brady Bowman. Kid's an absolute stud. Did you see the speed on the edge? Look here on the edge. The 2 receivers outside. Watch that. Boom. First block. Second block out wide. That play is only made if Lambert and Shepard get the blocks. That's unselfish football. That's what you preach to your kids. And Gallion up against it early because we said this. Gallion has to control the clock and they have to control the line of scrimmage. Well, Shelby came out and put their imprint and their DNA all over this game on that first drive. What did we say? Limit big plays. Well, with 2's on the field, that's hard to do.
And here's the extra point presented by Mill Iron Auto Parts. Stop by, you'll get top dollar for your used vehicle. Mill Iron supporting local high school athletics. Extra point by Everett Harris on the way. It is good. We'll step aside back in a minute. 8:08 to play, opening quarter. Shelby 7, Gallion nothing. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Call Buckeye Horizon, your local trained comfort specialist. Back to Arlin Field.
We have the kickoff, and Gallion is not able to grab the kickoff, and Shelby jumps on the football. It was right around the 31-yard line, hit the Gallion return man in the hands, and it was Cole Dorsey sprinting down the field. He jumps on the football, and Shelby will have it at Gallion's 28-yard line. Actually, make it the Gallion 27-yard line after they just scored.
Well, and that ball's slippery, right? You know, hey, we've talked about this before. A little Bon Jovi, slippery when wet, baby. That ball goes right off his hands, and Cole Dorsey having a great game so far, making a big tackle on the third down, getting this fumble recovery. And here we go, number 2, Braden DeVito back on the field.
8:05 to play, first quarter, 7-0 Shelby. DeVito back to pass, pressure coming. He'll throw it up the field. Good job by Gallion. They brought the heat. He'll just heave it out of bounds, and it was that time for Gallion. It was Sam Evans who threw it up the field. Actually, Sam Evans was chasing DeVito up the field, and DeVito just had to throw it out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Great job by Gallion. What you're talking about here, if you're Coach Dick and that defensive staff, is listen, sudden change. Because you don't want to lose this game in the first 5 to 7 minutes. So you just need to get your defense to settle down, make plays. And listen, defensively, Coach Dick is notorious in his defense for mixing up their coverage.
2nd down and 10 from Gallion's 27. Pass left side, Bowman catches it outside. Bowman down the sideline, 20, 10, and knocked out of bounds inside the 10, down near the 7-yard line. Brady Bowman has some serious speed. He caught that ball, got to the outside, and nearly took it to the end zone.
Yeah, I interviewed Coach Mahaney this week, and he said the problem with the first time they played Gallion week 4 is everybody they played, their offenses were playing in a 10-yard box. It was all ground and pound. He said we didn't know how they were going to line up defensively. He said now we have an entire season worth of game film to see how they're going to play. He said we feel like we can get Brady Bowman in advantageous situations to make us successful, and it's worked so far. Listen, you can tell Coach Mahaney and Coach Halbert, man, they've been in the lab this week getting Bowman ready.
7:51 to play, first quarter, 7-0 Shelby. First and goal from Gallion's 8. DeVito back to pass, rolling to the near side. DeVito into the end zone. He'll fire it. Nobody is there, and he'll just throw it into the back corner of the end zone. Incomplete. I don't know if he thought Michael Shepard was going to work up the field, but it was incomplete, and the Whippets will have it 2nd down and goal from Gallion's 8-yard line. 7-0 Shelby, 7:44 to play, first quarter. High school football on WMAN, driven by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings, BuckeyeSuperstore.com.
And here's the thing, great job by Coach Dick and that defensive staff right there. They're going to continue to dial up blitzes and pressures, and you don't know where they're coming from. And Shelby's offensive line has to do a great job of communicating fronts and potential blitzes, because they're going to bring an extra guy every time. They do not want Braden DeVito comfortable back there.
3 wide receivers to the right. DeVito in the gun, 2nd and goal from Gallion's 8. The ball's going to slip out of the hand of DeVito. He went to throw the football. He slipped. The ball fell. He picks it up, and then he's tackled back at around the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and he slipped it there, and he had what he wanted. Bowman was definitely open, but great job on the play there.
That was Cale Early.
Yeah, Cale Early doing a nice job. The junior 5'10", 180-pound backer there coming in and making that play, creating a 3rd and 15 from the goal. And Bowman just, that's where the weather affects,
I was going to say, that's the rain, because DeVito was getting ready to throw the ball. It slipped out of his hand. I'll be honest, he's lucky it bounced right back to him.
Oh, no doubt about it. He got a very fortuitous bounce.
3rd and goal from the 15-yard line of Gallion. DeVito spin around, throw it into the end zone. Oh, nearly caught. Shepard headed at the goal line, got hit, and the ball came loose, and it's incomplete. It looked like Shepard was going to grab it right at the goal line and go into the end zone. DeVito lofted it perfectly, but it was a hit by Gallion there in the end zone. Good job there by Jamison Glue, able to just jar it loose.
Yeah, Glue putting the shoulder pad right in the middle of the back, popping that thing loose. You know, little coaching point here. I'd like to see a little bit more on that. I thought there was too much air. I'd like to see a little bit more of a harder throw on that.
Well, Everett Harris, a 32-yard field goal attempt. The snap, the kick is on the way, and that kick is no good. Wide left. So Gallion,
great job by that Gallion defense,
is able to hold. And I'll tell you what, it looked like one of the Gallion players almost jumped before that ball was snapped. And then you can see on the OH report camera, Eric, that rain coming down pretty good. Here at Arlin Field, we see umbrellas and rain gear at 7-0 Shelby.
Plenty of leg, just missed it to the right. He pushed it.
Yeah, and just to the right, you got it.
You know, Forrest Gump told us about this kind of rain. It's big drop rain, you know what I mean? And right now it's affecting that ball. And, hey, great job. You lose it on the kickoff, fumble, and then that defense bows that neck and doesn't give it up. Great job by the Tigers.
That's a big stop for Gallion. Handoff, good job. They'll blow it up in the backfield, and the Gallion running back will go down for a several-yard loss. The guy that blew it up was Big Hunter Oney, number 79. He didn't get the tackle, but Oney blew that play up, and they'll take the back down right around the 16, 17-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be about a 3-4-yard loss there. Hunter Oney plays in that defense. He plays that 2-eye, so he's on the inside shoulder of that guard. And listen, I've always said this. You either have to command a double team or you're not playing that correctly. He just split that thing and got himself right in. That was a great job by big old Hunter Oney.
Second down, 13 Gallion from their own 17-yard line. 6:11 to go, opening quarter, 7-0 Shelby. Gallion handoff, right side. Stuckman bounces it outside. He'll be grabbed and tackled at around the 22-yard line. Good job by Shelby. That was Landon Foltz coming up from the secondary to help be involved in that stop. They'll put it down at about the 21-yard line, so it will be third down at about 9. Bryce Samsel also involved in that stop for the Whippets, and this is where Shelby wants to put Gallion in a 3rd and long.
Yes, because this is where your defensive ends can just bow back and go, and it's a sprint to the quarterback with Shepard and Kessler. Great job there by Gallion, though, at least getting it back onto the plus side of the chains, making this a 3rd and 9. But if you're, Aiden Schmidt here, you realize I don't have all day back here.
3rd and 9 from their own 21. Back to pass, pressure coming. He'll be grabbed and taken down at the 21-yard line. Terrific play. The guy that got him was Kyler Williams. They'll take him down right at around the 21-yard line. Carter Kessler was there as well. And Gallion loses about a half a yard. It'll be 4th down and about 9 yards to go. And Gallion will have to punt the football away. Terrific job by the Whippet defense. 5:02 to go here in quarter number 1. 7-0 Shelby. Regional championship game, and Gallion will put it away.
Tell you what, that's a great punter, man.
That is the punter. That's the quarterback, Aiden Schmidt. He'll boot it away. It'll sail to the Whippet 36-yard line, and Brady Bowman will kind of slide down and take that catch. Went down to his knees with a fair catch just across the 35-yard line. I think they're going to put it right on the 35-yard line. After the game, we'll hand out that Spitzer Motors Game Changer, whose hustle, whose effort changes tonight's game for his team. You'll get a T-shirt thanks to the great people at Spitzer Motors, West 4th Street in Ontario.
Aiden Schmidt's got a missile on that foot, buddy. Looked like Reggie Roby out there. Did you see that ball pop off his foot? Holy smokes.
Right into the ring.
I mean, that's a real-life punt right there. That's no messing around.
Shelby 1st and 10, football at their own 35-yard line, up 7-0. DeVito back to pass. A rainbow left side. Bowman, 35-40, gets a block, and he'll be taken out of bounds on the far side of the field. Up to make that stop for Gallion. Trying to see on the far side of the field.
I'll tell you what, that was a rainbow. Good pressure there.
Sam Evans. It was Sam Evans on the stop there. They'll give him progress across the 40 and out near the 43-yard line. So that's an 8-yard gain, and they're just trying to get Bowman the ball as many ways as they can. 4:42 to go, first quarter. Shelby 7, Gallion nothing. Whippets, 2nd down 2. From their own 43-yard line. 3 wide receivers. DeVito in the gun. Shepard will slide out to the right and set up on the right side as a tight end. DeVito will bring a man in motion. It's Bowman. He'll clap the hands. Here comes the blitz from Gallion. DeVito lost it again. He'll pick it up. Then he'll throw it. It's going to be incomplete. DeVito took a hit.
And this is what I'm
telling you. The ball's going to be incompleted across the 40-yard line. The second time DeVito's had the ball slip out of his hand.
Yeah, and that's second, like you said. And I think the last time that little balloon pass he had, the pressure was coming in, but I think he lost it a little bit there. So listen, quarterback hand size, that stuff matters with a wet ball. And I'll tell you what, for Gallion, what I'm liking here is, I'm a big fan of number 55, Zach Salee. I think that kid is one of the best defensive linemen you're going to see. He's 6'1", 223. He was all over the place against Shelby the first time they played. I'm a huge fan of his. He's got a great motor, and he goes and gets your quarterback.
He's got 18.5 tackles for loss and 13.5 sacks. DeVito, 3rd and 2. In the gun, Shelby's going to burn a timeout. Timeout, Shelby, as they are going to burn a timeout. We'll take it with them back in a minute. 4:37 to play, first quarter, 7-0 Shelby. Back after this, you're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
In business and ag banking, it's not just about the numbers, it's about the people. At First Federal Community Bank, we believe relationships are the foundation of every successful partnership. We can help you grow your farm through various ag programs, including working with our local FSA offices, as well as Farmer Mac. We have many commercial business programs to help make your day-to-day operations easy and convenient. Because when you bank with us, you're not just a customer, you're family.
Back at Arlin Field in Mansfield, third down. Shelby has it, 2 yards to go. DeVito's going to run it. He'll have the first down across the 45 and out near the 48-yard line. Shelby on 3rd and 2 from their own 43-yard line. DeVito will dart for a Holman Kitchen supply first down. They'll move the chains.
Oh, man, my guy.
I believe one of the Gallion players injured on that play. He's able to get.
My guy.
Is that Zach Salee?
Yeah, it's my guy, man. I love that guy. Hopefully he'll be able to walk that off here. It looks like a little bit of an ankle. They're going to set him down, which is the right move here. And Shelby, I was getting ready to say, Coach Mahaney, Coach Helbert does such a good job in that pass game, and their concepts are beautiful. You have a kind of it's not windy, but it's definitely raining enough. It's affecting your balls, right? Your quarterback's hand is obviously not getting the grip it needs to make the play. You got to get down to the run game a little bit. And I know the box is telling you pass the football. You know what I mean? Aaron, I understand this. I coached football for 20 years, and I was a defensive coordinator and a head coach. And I can tell you, I understand it, but there's a point in time where you got to, by formation, where can we get the numbers even in a loaded box? Does that make sense? As long as I can get a hat on a hat, and remember, 2's going to make somebody miss as well. So if I can get that second-level player to miss, that's what I'm doing if I'm Shelby. I'm not saying abandon the throw. You got to throw the football. But I think they've got to kind of, they're playing around with fire here a little bit, because Gallion is a scoop and score away from making this a really tight football game again.
4:31 to play, first quarter, 7-0 Shelby, 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. After the game, we'll hand out some free pizza from the Heck Law offices. Jeff Heck and Jeff Stifler, their Mansfield's injury lawyers. You can get a free consultation at hecklawoffices.com, and we'll check that North Central State College high school football scoreboard throughout the night at our website at WMANFM.com. Colonel Crawford, Hillsdale, Danville, all playing in regional title games tonight. Shelby 1st and 10 from their own 48. Handoff, Travis Sloan, who lowered the shoulder, burst his way into Gallion territory, inside the 45 and down near the Tiger 44.
Little stretch right there, Aaron.
He rambles for about 8 yards. Good run, 4:05 to play here in quarter number 1, and Travis Sloan running downhill.
Yeah, and you leave that back end intentionally unblocked, because you're saying Sloan can get that. You're back. So what you do is you press the sideline, put your foot in the ground and get vertical. Travis Sloan's not going to blow you away with his ability to run the ball, but what he does is he gets north and south. He's not messing around.
3:49 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Shelby. 2nd down, 2 Whippets from the Gallion 44. 2 wide receivers. DeVito's going to hand it off to Sloan again. He's going to have a first down. Penalty marker is out as he'll work his way down near the Gallion 40-yard line. It was thrown right in the middle. I think I see a hold being signaled by the officials, and it's going to be a hold, I believe, on the Whippets. So that'll back them up. Yes, hold on Shelby right in the middle. 3:38 to play here in the first quarter, Eric, and it came right. I think I see one of the guys on the line kind of grab one of the Gallion players kind of toward the back.
Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, listen, you can coach holding inside on the numbers. You get outside on the shoulder pads or around the back or tackle them, it's going to come out every time. That's the easiest call there is. And back in Shelby, so now instead of having a 2nd and 2, now you got a 2nd and 12. And with Shelby's offense, obviously, you're just a play away from a big one. But great job by Gallion continuing to play at this point ahead of the sticks against that Shelby offense.
2nd down, 12 Whippets back in their own territory at their own 46-yard line. 7-0 Shelby, 3:28 to play here in the first quarter. DeVito's going to throw it right side, caught Bowman into Gallion territory, kind of breaks out of a tackle there inside the 45 and steps out of bounds right around the 44-yard line. So they got nearly all of that back. It'll be 3rd down and about 2. They have to get down to the Gallion 42-yard line. They're at the Tiger 44. 3:20 to go first quarter. 7-0 Shelby, but you can tell when they're throwing the football, they are trying often to get that ball to number 12, Brady Bowman.
Yeah, and I would too. I mean, that's the guy. And if I'm Gallion, I'm doing everything I can to take it away from him. And if I'm Gallion, I'm thinking run right now.
Here we go. 3rd down, 2 Whippets at the Gallion 44. 7-0 Shelby, 3:20 to play. You're in quarter number 1. Glad to have you tonight from the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth. DeVito in the gun, 2 wide receivers. He'll hand the ball off to Sloan, and Sloan will have the first down. He'll burst his way and dive down to the Gallion 40-yard line. Travis Sloan moves the chains, presented by Home and Kitchen Supply, North Diamond Street in downtown Mansfield, and Shelby has it 1st and 10 at the Gallion 40-yard line. 3:12 to go here in quarter number 1. 7-0 Shelby regional championship game. Whippets, their only regional title in school history. 2017, Gallion's only regional title. 1985, they played in week 4. It was a dandy. Here they are in week 14. Whippets 1st and 10 from the Gallion 40. DeVito in the gun, 3 wide receivers. As they go to snap it, I hear a whistle. I don't see a penalty. We have a timeout?
Yeah. Timeout Gallion.
Gallion took a timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, we don't trust the length of these timeouts, quite frankly.
Yeah, timeouts are normally a minute. We have not had one at that length yet. As we're getting it back and we're ready to go, so we'll keep it right here. Glad to have you tonight. I mentioned from the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth beginning next year. Ohio State launching a tuition-free program. You start on one of the regional campuses like Mansfield. You're a resident of Ohio. You make less than $100,000 a year. You literally can go tuition-free. Start in Mansfield and finish in Mansfield. Start in Mansfield, after a year transfer to Columbus, it is still tuition free. How about that deal? Be a part of Buckeye Nation. Apply and schedule a visit at mansfield.osu.edu.
Yeah, it's crazy because Gallion, in my opinion, defensively, that's been their strength all year, and you can see why. They play very opportunistic. They don't miss tackles. That's what I like as well. You can tell they're very well coached. They spend a lot of time doing this in practice. Now, Shelby's run that little swing or that little quick to Bowman so much. If I'm Gallion's defense, what you got to watch is the slip from the other 2 wide receivers. That's how you get hit with the big play. We used to call that the fox when I was coaching offense at Liberty.
2:51 to play first quarter. 7-0 Shelby. Whippets 1st and 10 at the Gallion 40-yard line. 3 wide receivers lined up to the right. DeVito in the gun with a back to his right. Braden calls for the football, claps the hands to the 40-yard line, shake and bake move, and he'll kind of just wiggle his way down near the Gallion 37-yard line. So DeVito will get about 3. Good job by Gallion right in the middle, not letting DeVito get too much in the middle. As we've noticed early with that rain falling, DeVito a couple of times dropping back. He's gone to throw the football. It's just slipped out of his hands. I know the officials try to dry that football as much as they can, but continual rain falling.
And that's one of those things, like, you're checking, like if you normally check 5 or 6 or 7, but you're going to check like 15. You probably have a set of balls that you haven't even put out here yet because you're going to bring them out after half.
All right, here we go. 2:10 to go. First quarter, 7-0 Shelby. 2nd and 7 from the Gallion 37-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. DeVito in the gun to back to his left. Braden calls for the football, claps the hands, back to pass, loads up, looking, fires one down the field. He's got Caden Paws, but he throws it too far out of bounds as it was down the right sideline. Caden Paws went out of bounds at around the 2-yard line as DeVito's pass kind of sailed to the right, incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 Shelby from Gallion's 37-yard line. And Erik, not much wind, but it looked like that one just kind of faded toward the sideline out of bounds.
That was a throwaway as much as anything else. I'm almost surprised he didn't kind of hold it for another count or two, see if he couldn't kind of manipulate a scramble drill. And once again, Gallion's defense continuing to be on point here. Shelby behind the sticks here at a 3rd and 7, so we'll see what they have. And Shelby has owned the time of possession and owned the field position and still only have 7 points to show for it.
7-0 Whippets, 1:56 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 7. Is Gallion going to burn another timeout or
Coach,
Shelby?
And that's Shelby's 2nd timeout. That's what I'm saying, like, in the first half, it shouldn't kill you too much, but you just want to be a little better with your timeouts and game management situation. You'd like to not burn those timeouts so early. Now, because this is a 3rd and 7, you want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. But, this is a big play in the game because Shelby's, like I said, they've been on this Gallion side of the field. They've been in that plus territory so much, and they've only got 7 points to show for it. So Gallion's defense just looking for one more play, one more stop so they can get the ball back. And, like I said, we knew coming in that Gallion's defense was going to be, they were going to be up to this task. And so far, other than the really, really long run, that 80-yard run to start the game by Braden DeVito, they've been up to the task.
Winner of this game plays the winner of Valley View and Indian Hill. And right now, Valley View leading 14-6 first quarter with 4:50 to play in that would be Region 16, I believe, Region 16 regional championship game. We'll check the other scores at our website. Also, girls basketball starting across the area as well. On this football Friday night, week 14, Whippets out of the timeout. 1:56 to go. First quarter up 7-0. 3rd and 7 from Gallion's 37. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left. DeVito's going to throw it up the field. Wide open. He's got Travis Sloan, and he's going to take it into the end zone. DeVito, he drew in the defense, and he just lobbed it to Travis Sloan, who will go into the end zone from 37 yards out, and Shelby leads by 2 scores.
Hence the timeout by Coach Mahady. He wanted to make sure his ducks were perfectly called. Great job. DeVito sells it. You see the 2 guards pull, looking like quarterback power. And this is what I'm saying. Coach Helbert, Coach Mahady, they're the 2 best offensive minds in the area. They do a great job of scheming up. And, you get those 2 in a lab, and they start putting the elixirs together, and you get stuff like that.
Tell you what, Braden DeVito sold that baby like he was going to run it, pulls up and lobs the football. 37-yard touchdown throw and catch. And the extra point is on the way in just a moment. Presented by Mill Iron Auto Parts. Stop by, you'll see top dollar for your used vehicle. Mill Irons supporting local high school athletics. Here we go. Everett Harris on for the point after. Gortz will hold. Kick is on the way, and that kick, just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, is good. And we'll step aside. 1:49 to go, first quarter. Shelby 14, Gallion nothing. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Get real-world skills, college credits, and career-ready training. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Welcome back to Arlin Field in Mansfield. 14-0 Shelby kickoff. Gallion will field it up the field. I think that's Kurt Hay. He is drilled and upended at the 25-yard line. Shelby has had some terrific coverage in special teams. Everett Harris has kind of become a magician in kicking that ball down the field, and Gallion will have it at their own 25-yard line. First quarter in the regional championship game. 1:43 to play. Shelby 14 and Gallion nothing. Braden DeVito with a 7-yard touchdown pass to Brady Bowman at the 8:08 mark, and at the 1:49 mark a moment ago, Erik, a 37-yard touchdown throw and catch to Travis Sloan.
Yeah, and here we go. Gallion's coming out. I want to see what their adjustment is, because, they've got to score before Shelby scores again.
Well, here we go. Handoff. Good job. Sam Gorse able to grab the running back. He'll take him down behind the line.
Man.
Back at around the 22 like a heat-seeking missile. What a play by Sam Gorse.
Now there's your Division IV Northwest District Defensive Player of the Year, putting his DNA on this puppy. How about him reading that, man? That's a simple read, man. You follow that guard, you shoot that backside gap, and it's sitting right there for you. Listen, if you love linebacker play, you love watching old number 5, Sam Gortz.
Hollywood's got 122 tackles on the year. Gallion second down 12 from their own 23-yard line. Pressure again. Back to pass. Aiden Schmidt. He'll hit his receiver over the middle. He caught it. And right around the 34-yard line, Bowman will make the tackle on the catch. That was Kane Hay. We talked about Kurt Hay earlier. And that is a home and kitchen supply. First down for Gallion. A much-needed one.
Yes.
Out to their own 35-yard line. A minute to play first quarter. 14-0 Shelby. And Gallion will head to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and 50 under a minute left, and that's Gallion's second first down. They've only had 9 plays in the first quarter.
4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Quarterback Aiden Schmidt is in the gun with a back to his left on 1st and 10 from their own 35. He'll pull it down right side. Grab from behind by Carter Kessler. He will get about 3 yards up the field out near the 39-yard line. Clock running with 35 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 14-0 Shelby. Gallion can run another play. One would think they would try to run another play, being down a couple of scores. We'll see. They don't seem to be in too big of a hurry right now.
Well, and it's crazy because the play clock to the screen, to the scoreboard side isn't working. It's working down here, but it's not up there. So, okay, I see it right now running and I thought it was over there on the hill. It's actually right next to the goal post.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, Eric, we're down to 10 seconds. Gallion looks like they'll get another playoff, down to 7. Second down from their own 39-yard line. Hand off to Stuckman, and Braxton Stuckman's going to get a first down across the 40, 45, and go down at the 47-yard line. That'll be the final play of the first quarter. We'll step aside after one quarter in the regional championship game. Shelby 14, Gallion nothing. Back after this, you're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
In business and ag banking, it's not just about the numbers, it's about the people. At First Federal Community Bank, we believe relationships are the foundation of every successful partnership. We can help you grow your farm through various ag programs, including working with our local FSA offices, as well as Farmer Mac. We have many commercial business programs to help make your day-to-day operations easy and convenient. Because when you bank with us, you're not just a customer, you're family.
As we welcome you back to Arlin Field, and again, they're not waiting a minute on the media timeouts over the middle of the pass. It's going to be caught, or was that dropped?
No, it was caught.
Okay, it was caught, and it was
Sam Gorge.
Sam Gorge just drilled the wide receiver right as we came back live to action. Sam Gorge has been all over the field.
Yeah, listen, you talk to your receivers and quarterbacks about this. When you're playing a zone, you don't just keep working because someone's going to be waiting on the other end for that to lay you out. Quarterback can't throw you into a hit. The receiver needs to sit in the hole and just show us numbers.
That was a 1-yard catch, by the way, for Gallion. Second down and 9 near midfield. They'll hand the football off, and not a lot of room to run. Line of scrimmage was the 47-yard line. It's Braxton Stuckman who changed jersey numbers from number 5 to number 27. He'll get about a yard out near the 49-yard line. So Gallion has it third down and about 8 yards to go from their own 49-yard line. 11 minutes to go. Second quarter. Shelby 14 and Gallion nothing at a big third down for the Gallion Tigers. They have 3 wide receivers, make it 4, 2 each way. Quarterback Aiden Schmidt is in the gun with a back to his right.
Yeah, Shelby playing 2 deep man under.
Schmidt back to pass. He'll throw it left side. He'll throw it up there. It's going to be caught. Grabbed by Hay. Fumble the football. He did.
Oh, they're saying he's down. They're saying he's down.
He was down.
Yeah, they're saying he's down.
It was caught by Kane Hay at around the 35-yard line. We're going to grab the replay from the OH report. He caught it. He spun up the field. Boy, that ball was out. Oh,
that was close.
I think it might have been out.
I couldn't tell if his forearm hit the ground and the ball shot out.
Boy, that was
very,
close.
very close.
The official was a lot closer than we are, but you can kind of see it right here. Hit the turf and he's not down. I think Gallion caught a break there.
That was close.
Gallion caught a break there. They'll take it down 14-0. First and 10 from Shelby's 35-yard line, their deepest drive of the night. 10-13 to go, second quarter. Gallion will hand the football. Stuckman left side, nowhere to go. The teeth of that Whippet defense, somebody's helmet came off.
Oh, big old 27.
It was Stuckman. He's going to have no gain right at the line of scrimmage. Shelby met him there in numbers. Trying to see who was the first guy. But I'll tell you what, there's just so many jerseys at the bottom of that pile. I see Kyler Williams among others. Helmet came off, so Stuckman's going to have to go out for a play. Gallion will have it second down 10. Shelby's 35-yard line. 10 minutes to play until halftime. 14-0 Shelby. Gallion in the gun. Quarterback Aiden Schmidt, 2 wide receivers to the right. He's got a running back to his right. He'll call for the football. He'll hand it left side. He'll try to string it to the outside, and Shelby there in numbers to shove him into the sideline. Good job by the Whippets, and I'll tell you what, they lost a yard, Eric.
Yeah, they lost it. And listen, that's hard to run a jet sweep into the sideline. You know, I know the numbers dictate that, but I've never liked that play because you're going to run out of real estate. Your 12th defender's that sideline.
Tell you what, Shelby did a good job on that far side. He'll usher him out of bounds. It's going to be a 2-yard loss. Back to the 37-yard line. Third down and 12 Gallion. Football at the Shelby 37-yard line. 14-0 Whippets. 9:45 to go until halftime. Quarterback Aiden Schmidt back to pass. He'll throw it. No, he threw it to himself. Now he throws it left side again. And I'll tell you what, he threw that ball to himself. The penalty marker comes out
could be a roughing the passer.
We'll see. As he threw it, he caught it himself, then he threw it up the field. It was caught by the receiver. He was tackled at around the 40-yard line. A penalty marker comes out from behind the play, and we'll sort this out.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Matt, yeah.
It is. It's going to be a roughing the passer. Because he threw it, and then he caught it himself, and then he went to throw it again, and then he got hit. I was looking up the field.
Yeah, I don't know how you can do that. Oh, okay, they're right. Yes, okay, intentional ground. Okay.
I was going to say, you can't throw it to yourself.
Well, it almost looked like he gave the intentional grounding, but yeah, that's the right call there.
Okay. I thought he was saying roughing the passer at first, so that is not the call.
You can't throw it twice, is what he's saying.
That's what I thought. He threw it, and he caught it himself, and he threw it again.
Right, that's why I said you can't be roughing the passer if you're hitting him on the second throw.
I'm glad I got the expert in the booth.
Well, they did a good job of explaining. A good job by the officiating crew. And that's going to bring up a fourth down and forever.
Fourth and 17 for Gallion. That'll move the football back. Erik to midfield. 9:30 to go. Second quarter. Shelby 14, Gallion nothing.
Well, I mean, for Gallion to get this first down, they're going to have to, they're going to have to go to the radio station.
And the radio station is a very short drive.
Yes, that's right.
But it's, as you mentioned, Gallion. Do we have a timeout, or is this an officials timeout? The officials are huddling.
I'm not sure.
Is this an officials timeout, I believe? I don't know.
9 minutes and 37 seconds.
Oh, they're checking the time.
Okay,
so it's 9:37. They're adding time back on, so it wasn't officials timeout.
They're going to add 7 seconds back to the clock. So 9:37 to play.
Now listen, if
second quarter, 14-0 Shelby. Gallion now has it. Erik, remember, that's a loss at down, so it's fourth down and 17. They're going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, and if you're Brady Bowman here, your heels are on the 10. If it goes past you, let it go. If it's in front of you, you want to field it. We know this. Hayden Schmidt's got a missile on that foot. He can get to the end zone.
Well, Brady Bowman standing at his own 10-yard line. Hayden Schmidt to boot it away. High snap. He'll grab it. Pressure coming. He'll boot it away. It'll sail. The Whippets are going to let it hit, and it'll take a Gallion hop and keep rolling inside the 5 and roll dead just inside the 5-yard line. Hayden Schmidt with a terrific punt, and Gallion's defense will have Shelby backed up inside their own 5-yard line at the 4. We're glad to have you tonight with 9:24 to go, second quarter. Shelby leading Gallion 14-0 here in the regional championship game, where high school football on WMAN is driven by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the low payment kings. BuckeyeSuperstore.com. Braden DeVito will lead the offense back to the line of scrimmage. Erik, he has 2 touchdown passes in the first half. Both came in the opening quarter. One to Bowman, one to Sloan, and he'll have it about 96 yards away from his end zone. He's standing right now in the end zone. Braden DeVito in the gun. 2 wide receivers left. 1 wide to the right. He's got 2 backs slid out to the right side of the line. DeVito in the gun calling for the football. Everybody set at the line. He'll now bring Bowman in motion. Braden will fake the pitch. He'll run it out across the 5. DeVito across the 10 and tackled. And right around the 14-yard line, Braden DeVito with a nice run up the middle. And he's got just enough 10 yards. A home and kitchen supply first down. And he does a terrific job of running between the tackles.
Yeah, he's 6 rushes for 98 yards.
That's
so
not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, he's having an okay game, I guess, here so far.
Having a DeVito night.
Right, and here's the thing, man. You got having a mobile quarterback is like an offensive coordinator's best friend, man.
9 minutes to go until halftime. Shelby 14, Gallion nothing. Whippets first and 10 from their own 14-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. DeVito in the gun, back to his right. Braden calls for the football, claps the hands, back to pass. Pressure coming, sidestepping, loads up, gonna fire one up the field. He's got Caden Paws, and that ball is nearly intercepted, knocked loose by Gallion. And right around the Tiger 34-yard line, DeVito had pressure coming. He threw a rainbow of pass in the rain and nearly came down to Caden Paws, but good job by Gallion. They had double team coverage.
Yeah, by the time he threw that ball on the 5-yard line, I mean, that ball, that's a 65-yard throw, Aaron, or 55 anyways.
That was Kurt Hay that came over the top and knocked it away. Terrific by the Gallion defensive back.
Great job, and what I like about that is that's what you want to do. When you're playing that cover 1, so you have the safety over top, you can't let anybody get deeper than you on the field. That's a great job by the secondary of the Tigers.
14-0 Shelby. Second down. Hang on as they go to snap the football. Somebody moved, I believe, on the Whippets. Yes, so Shelby will be backed up. Not what you want to do deep in your own end.
Offense, number 32.
All right, so that was the running back, Baker.
Well, I think they had their pick there because I think the right tackle jumped. I think Baker jumped, half the team jumped, so they weren't in sync there. So now you're looking at a 2nd and 15. But listen, Gallion, once again, this is the kind of field position you want. Keep them down here, right? You're still in this game. It's only 14 points, but you need to score again before Shelby does.
Well, here we go. 8:42 to go, second quarter. 14-0 Shelby. Whippets now after the penalty. 2nd and 15 from their own 9-yard line. DeVito in the gun. 3 wide receivers left. He's got it back to his left. He'll bring Bowman in motion. Hand the football. No, they want the Baker. He'll throw it, and DeVito threw it over the head of Bowman, who was cutting to the outside. Just led him too much. It'll go out of bounds and be incomplete and right around the 6-yard line. Clock stops. 8:38 to go until halftime. Shelby 14, Gallion nothing. Regional title game winner moves on to the state Final Four for the 2nd time in school history. They'll battle the winner of Indian Hill and Valley View. Valley View led that game last report, late first quarter, 14-6.
Yeah, and Camden Kuhlman there, they did a great job there, number 11, coming up from that outside backer spot. He's really doing a good job of shooting that outside window and getting his hands up to make that throw difficult for DeVito.
3rd and 15, Shelby from their own 9-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. DeVito in the gun with the back to his left, back to pass, and another whistle.
Full start, yep.
And Shelby moves again.
Yep, Shelby's offense has imploded on this series. They've had 2 full starts. And to me, it's the tackles. Both tackles are like getting out of there too quick, and you know why? Because they realize in a 3rd and long, those ends are peeling those ears back, and they're coming. You're trying to get in your kickstand as quick as possible.
Shelby, you got to be careful here because now you have the football just inside your own 5-yard line.
You're running a screen. You're going to run. To be honest with you, what I'm doing is I'm giving DeVito some type of a run pass or just running QB power, something like that.
Well, they're not on the same page. Caden Pauls almost came off the field. Now back on. Shelby 3rd and 20 from their own 40-yard line. 8:36 to go, second quarter, 14-0 Shelby. DeVito in the end zone. He'll snap it, he'll run it, he'll be hit at about the 40-yard line and go down there. Terrific play by Gallion. They had multiple guys fly in and take DeVito down, and right around the line of scrimmage, there was nowhere to go. The first guy to come up and greet him for Gallion was Trevor Shifley, the senior linebacker, and Gallion, thanks to several Shelby penalties as well, will have the Whippets punt the football, and Michael Shepard is standing about 9 yards deep in his own end zone. Gallion will have, they look to have their best field position to start the drive of the night. 8 minutes to go until halftime. 14-0 Shelby. Whippets, and we're going to have another penalty?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they're counting. Does Gallion have too many on the field?
They might.
That's going to be 12 men on the field. That's going to move him at least 5 yards
Well,
out.
I'll tell you what, that allows Michael Shepard to not be standing with his heels on the end line at the back of the end zone. It's not a ton of yards, but you'll take 5 yards.
You'll take that 5. Yeah. That 5's huge. The difference of you being, kind of in the middle of the end zone versus I better catch this ball and I can't step back, that's huge. Now, if you're Gallion, you can't have that, man. Like, be organized, know your special teams here. You do this stuff all week. You work on, substitutions there. You just can't have it.
Kane Hay back deep. Shepard will boot it away with the rain falling. He'll call for the fair catch, and he'll fall on it. And right around Shelby's 43-yard line, and Gallion will have their best starting field position of the night. Again, it's Shelby's 43-yard line. 7:40 to go until halftime. Shelby on top of Gallion, 14-0 here in the regional championship game. Glad to have you tonight. WMAN teaming up with our friends at the OH Report, flying the plane to our left. We're in the good hands of Adam Thompson tonight.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, he's the he's the OH GOAT, man. I've been telling Brian for years, whenever you're paying him, at least double it, if not triple it. Especially Adam. Adam tomorrow is going to be essentially producing 5 girls basketball games tomorrow. So
at one time, how's that work?
Yeah, Brian, enjoy your and happy birthday as well to Jory. Turning 40.
All right, so here we go. Gallion will have it 1st and 10 at Shelby's 43-yard line. 14-0 Whippets. 7:40 to go until halftime. We're going to have a timeout. We'll take this timeout and be back. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Wow. He's wide open.
Aiden Schmidt's pass is complete to number 13.
We welcome you back to Arlin Field in Mansfield, and Gallion out of the timeout will throw the football up the field. It's Cohen Adams, the tight end. He'll catch the football inside the 30-yard line, down near the 27. A Holman Kitchens apply first down. It just got the toes down before he went out of bounds.
And it looked like Shelby was in either quarters or cover 2. Couldn't tell because of the coverage of the DB, and Sugg put it right in there.
Holman Kitchens apply first down. Gallion will throw it. Little screen left side. This is Stuckman. Bounces it outside. 25-20. Lowers the shoulder. Runs over a man. Will go out of bounds and get inside the 20 and down near the 16-yard line. So Gallion right there with about 11 yards. Terrific hard run there by Braxton Stuckman.
Yeah, good job by Braxton Stuckman. That's what you do. Hit that little swing route. And then if you're Travis Sloan for Shelby there, when you rally up, you got to do what I call inside in front. He just made a little move and he got out right outside of you. Stuckman picked up an extra 6-7 yards because of the bad angle there by Sloan.
Inside the Shakely Mechanical red zone, 7:25 to go until halftime. Whippets up 14-0. Gallion quick throw right side. This is the quarterback, Aiden Schmidt. He'll throw it to Hay. That would be Kurt Hay. He caught it inside the 15 and down and around the 12-yard line. That's about a 40-yard throw and catch. Gallion will have it 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Again, they're inside the red zone. Shakely Mechanical red zone. When things heat up at your house, keep your calm, keep your cool, and call the great people at Shakely Mechanical. Plumbing, heating, and cooling at Ashland. They'll take care of you. 14-0 Shelby. 6:55 to go until halftime. Gallion trailing Shelby 14-0, but trying to get onto the board. Tigers' deepest drive of the night. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Aiden Schmidt in the gun on 2nd down, 6 yards to go from Shelby's 12-yard line. They'll fake the run. They'll throw it over the middle. It's caught. The receiver will dive over the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown Gallion. That's Dominic Capretta. They threw it over the middle. He caught it around the 2-yard line, just reached the arm out, and touchdown Gallion. They're on the board.
Great job getting all that motion going the other way. The tight end Capretta at 6'3", nice release. Does a great job, and the corner Dorsey there just late reacted over and kind of fell asleep there and didn't react quick enough. And nice catch, and good job sticking the arm out there by the Gallion Tiger and reaching across to get that touchdown, making this baby a game.
Well, here is the extra point. It is on the way, and just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, Braylon Beachy is good. He boots it through. It's always a good idea to stop by Mill Iron Auto Parts. You'll receive top dollar for your used vehicle. Mill Irons, supporting local high school athletics. We'll keep it right here. 6:35 to play until halftime. Now Shelby 14 and Gallion 7, as Gallion with a 12-yard throw and catch that time. It was the quarterback Aiden Schmidt into the hands of his tight end. He's a good one on the defensive line. 6'3", 205, plays some tight end. Dominic Capretta used a great effort there to reach over the pine line.
Great job.
Gallion has cut the lead in half.
Yeah, that's a great job there. And that was needed, man, right? That was needed as much as possible. I told you, Aaron, I felt like Gallion had to get that touchdown, get that score before Shelby could put another one up. Now we got ourselves another fist fight coming here. Great answer by the Tigers. Shelby up against it right now. The momentum's wearing white, blue, and orange, and Shelby trying to get that momentum back. Listen, with number 2 on the field, though, you're only a play away. So if you're Gallion, once again, keep him in front of you. Keep Bowman in front of you, and all things are good.
The rain is still falling, but it's much lighter than it was a little while ago. 6:35 to go until halftime. Shelby 14, Gallion 7. Tigers just scored. They will kick it off. As the Whippets have 2 guys standing deep, Beachy will tee it up. He'll kick it off. It'll sail, hit at the 10-yard line, and a low hop going to be returned by Shelby to the 20, 25, breaks a tackle, 30, spinning, through his feet, 40, midfield. He might go down the sideline to the 40, caught from behind at the Gallion 34-yard line. Terrific job that time. That was Branson Reed. Branson Reed got tackled from behind. I think it was Jamison Glue that saved the touchdown, but the Whippets will have it in Gallion territory at the Tiger 32.
Yeah, it's spinning out there at about the 33-yard line, running like he stole something down that left sideline. And that's exactly what you didn't want if you're the Gallion Tigers. You just had a great score. You want that defense, to make Shelby have to work the full length of the field, and to be a big special teams play, man, by the Whippets. And Branson Reed running like he stole something.
I'm telling you, that is a big play in this game when you talk momentum. Can the Whippets take it down and score again? 6:24 to go. until halftime. Shelby 14, Gallion 7, regional championship game against second quarter. Whippets 6:24 to go until halftime. 1st and 10 from Gallion's 32. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. DeVito will pull it down and run right side behind his blockers. He'll get inside the 30, and he'll be tackled to the turf right around the 28-yard line. Good job by Gallion, just not letting him trying to bounce that to the outside, but he will get about 3, maybe 4, close to 4 yards. Good job that time on the tackle. It was Trevor Scheifele for Gallion.
Yeah, that puts DeVito over 100 yards rushing for the game. And, you know, listen, if you're Shelby, there's no doubt about it, man. You want to keep those chains moving. We got all kinds of good stuff going on over here to our left.
We have a lot of police and fire trucks out to our left.
Yeah, I want to watch the game, too.
The OH report camera to our left. But we're inside Arlin Field where football is being played. 2nd down 7. Shelby now at Gallion's 29-yard line. Over 5.5 to go until halftime. DeVito back to pass. He'll get away. He'll throw it up the field. Got his tight end. That's big Carter Kessler. He grabs the 1st down inside the Gallion 20 down to the Tiger 19. What a catch by Carter Kessler.
Yeah, I felt bad for the defender out there for Gallion, Sam Evans. He had no chance. And then listen, Carter Kessler has what we call palm olive hands. He went up, those things were silky smooth, snatched that thing out. It looked like a rebound in basketball. And big play for the Whippets there.
1st and 10 presented by Home and Kitchen Supply. 5:14 to go until halftime. 14-0 Whippets. 1st and 10 inside the Gallion 19. Handoff to Travis Sloan. Penalty marker will come out as he'll work his way up the field, get down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. It will be about a 5-yard run, but it will not stand. It's a penalty on Shelby. Was it a hold, I assume?
Yeah, I think it was a hold there on old big number 78 there for Shelby. I think that was Emmett Bates there. He was kind of struggling, and he kind of grabbed him around the waist. And what's funny is, you know, you would tell him, and when you watch film, like, dude, you're away from the play. You don't need to grab him around the waist like that. And, you know, but once again, though, backing him up. Gallion continuing to stay stingy on the defense. Bend but don't break. Listen, as long as Shelby, I'm telling you, that defensive staff and Coach Dick over at Gallion, they're saying, as long as the ball is not in the end zone, all things are good.
Here we go. 5:03 to go until halftime. 14-0 Shelby now 1st and 20 after the penalty at Gallion's 29-yard line. 4 wide receivers. DeVito back to pass. Looking. There's a lane to run. Will he run? Looking. No. Nowhere to go. He'll reverse field. Now we'll back up 40-yard line. Gets away. Rolls to the right side to the 40. Still looking. DeVito's going to heave this one to the end zone. He's got a guy open. He caught it. Caden Pause in the end zone. That play took 15 seconds to develop. And Braden DeVito, you call it Superman, just put on the show.
Lee Smokes. You don't coach that, people. You're born with it.
Touchdown,
that is
Whippets.
unbelievable. How about the defensive tackle thinking he had a shot on DeVito right there? Listen, Mr. Football, baby. That's what it looks like. He's the best player in the state. Give him the trophy.
29-yard touchdown. DeVito was scrambling for 15-plus seconds.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Braden DeVito, we got the replay on the OH report. Rolling right, rolling left. He was pointing to Caden Pause. Go to the end zone. He fires a dart. Caden Pause dove in the end zone and caught the football. I'll tell you what a play on both ends.
Yeah, Caden Pause is like, you want me to go that way? And he's like, yeah, go that way.
And the extra point is on the way by Everett Harris, and just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, it is good. Harris boots it through as DeVito and company put on an incredible show there, all set up by Branson Reed.
Yes.
And the kickoff return.
Hey, listen, Gallion's defense is actually playing so well. That was defense perfectly. I want to make that clear. Gallion defensed the play perfectly. The problem is Braden DeVito is so unbelievably gifted that he's just out there running around. He was toying with them. It's like when your dad's in the backyard and he's playing all-time quarterback and a couple kids come at him. He's kind of like, nope, not you. Nope, not you. Okay, go that way. And then he hits you on the button hook or the little skinny post around the tree and hits you, and you fall into the mailbox for a touchdown. It was an incredible play.
29 yards. Again, that extra point presented by Mill Iron Auto Parts. Stop by and see them. You'll get top dollar for your used vehicle. Mill Iron supporting local high school athletics. Shelby 21, Gallion 7. Second quarter, 4:39 to go until halftime. Kickoff by Harris, going to be caught by Gallion at about the 18-yard line. This is a return man left side. Bounce it to the outside. 30, 35. Harris 40. Midfield, Shelby territory, and knocked out of bounds at around the Whippet 40. maybe even further.
Yeah,
No,
37.
they're going to put him at the 37-yard line. That return was Trey Longwell, and Trey Longwell caught it at about the 19-yard line, jumped to the outside, and Gallion says, hang on.
Broke the contain,
They're
Aaron.
going to try and answer. They'll have it 1st and 10 now at Shelby's 37-yard line.
And Trey Longwell saying, baby, I see your Branson Reed. I'm going to go ahead and call it, baby, and take it. Listen, plus territory. And all of a sudden, this game's picked up. The rain has definitely slowed down significantly. Trey Long with a monster play for the Gallion Tigers on defense. Loved what I just saw right there. Now, listen, if you're Gallion, just get right back down here and punch one in as well. Remember, Shelby does come out after the half. They have the ball.
4:28 to go until halftime. 21-7 Shelby. Gallion 1st and 10 at Shelby's 37-yard line. 3 wide receivers. Aiden Schmidt will turn it, throw it right side. They're going to throw it up the field. The receiver double coverage, and the ball will be incomplete. They were going up the field that time for Jamison Glue. Braden DeVito was back there. It was Hay that threw the football. I believe, let me double, it was Kane Hay threw it, but it was DeVito and Bowman that both were not fooled by that play. They read it beautifully. It was around the 10-yard line. That ball was incomplete.
Yeah, that was incomplete, and you could tell by the way it was thrown back, but you know what? Nice ball there by Hay throwing it, and DeVito doing a good job playing it. Nobody fooled, and I like the gadget play there by Gallion. Good call.
4:22 to go until halftime. 21-7 Shelby. Gallion 2nd down 10 at Shelby's 37. Back to pass. Aiden Schmidt's going to roll to the right away from pressure. Throw it over the middle. Got a receiver. It's Glue. Glue caught it. Tackled by DeVito inside the 20, down near the 16-yard line.
Great job there by Glue getting open. Braden DeVito just getting lost out there.
At the 21-yard throw and catch, a home and kitchen supply 1st down, and Gallion has it inside the Shakley Mechanical red zone at Shelby's 16-yard line. 4 minutes to play until halftime.
And Jamison Glue being their leading receiver outside of Chambers, who's out today. And great job by Aiden Schmidt staying alive. Great play.
4 wide receivers for Gallion, 2 each way. Back to pass, pressure coming. He'll throw it over the middle. It's going to be caught inside the 10 and down around the 9-yard line. Good throw.
Great throw.
Trying to see.
Excellent job.
It was caught that time by Cohen Adams, and he'll catch it just inside Shelby's 10-yard line. He got about 7 yards on that throw and catch.
Nice job by Aiden Schmidt. Now, Aiden Schmidt, guys, listen to this. He's 12 of 13 for 110 and a touchdown. He's playing really well right now. Definitely managing this game, and I like what I'm seeing. That's a great job. He threw to the hole there, and that ball was wide open in between the corner and the safety. Great throw there by Aiden Schmidt. Nice route.
3:11 to go until halftime. Gallion down to Shelby, 21-7. Tigers 2nd and 3 from Shelby's 9-yard line. Schmidt back to pass. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be grabbed and taken down. A very, very short gain. Big Hunter. Oni was in there. Bryce Samsel, Sam Gortz, all in the neighborhood to take him down and right around the 8-yard line. So it'll be a gain of about a yard. Gallion 3rd and 2. They again are at Shelby's 8-yard line. 3rd and 2. 2:41 to go until halftime. Shelby 21, Gallion 7. A very important drive with the Whippets getting the ball to start the second half.
This is 4-down territory here if you're Gallion. Field goals aren't going to get it done, even though they do have a great kicker.
4 wide receivers. They will hand the football off. Stuckman will run it. Sam Gortz grabs him from behind. He does not have the 1st down.
He didn't get anything.
Maybe a half a yard. Sam Gortz.
Yeah, they're not even moving the down distance marker.
Gortz grabbed him from behind and just kind of hung on around his waist and drug him to the turf. No gain on the play. 4th down and 2 Gallion at Shelby's 8-yard line. 2:05 to go until halftime.
Sorry, Aaron. Both teams have a timeout left here as well, so you're under the 2-minute mark here, so you're at 1:58. Clock's running, 16 on the clock. I think they're going to let it all the way down. They had 1 second, 2 seconds on the play clock. They're going to call timeout. They got to get their best play here. You got a 4th down and 2. And I'm not going to say this is the game because I really love the way Gallion's been playing here, especially in the 2nd quarter. But they need these points really, really badly, and they know that, especially with Shelby coming out after the half with the ball.
Gallion to burn a timeout. We'll keep it here. 1:40 to play until halftime. Shelby 21, Gallion 7. And the Tigers have it 4th down and 2. They're at Shelby's 8-yard line. After the game, Spitzer Motors, game changer, whose hustle, whose effort changes tonight's game for his team, all courtesy of the great people literally just down the street, West 4th Street in Ontario. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Spitzer Kia. Shop online anytime at drivespitzer.com. And before I forget, congratulations to our latest iHeartRadio Athlete of the Week, Braden DeVito of the Shelby Whippets. That's all thanks to the Neil Cady Insurance Agency of Ashland and Norwalk. Get a free quote at neilcadyinsurance.com, and those great plaques are made by Emerald Awards and Engraving in Ashland. Again, that's neilcadyinsurance.com, Neil, K-A-D-E-Y, neilcadyinsurance.com. And DeVito now 4th in state history in passing yards for his career with well over 12,000 and counting.
Yeah, 12,000 and counting. He's got 121 today. And here we go. Big play for the Gallion Tigers, baby. All right, you've got to have it, Aaron.
1:40 to go until halftime. 21-7 Shelby. We're on the home side. You can hear the Shelby fans. 4th and 2 Gallion at Shelby's 8-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Now they'll slide Kane Hay left side. So 2 wide receivers each way. Quarterback in the gun. He'll pull it down, run it right side. I don't think he got it.
He didn't get it.
He's grabbed by Baker and taken down. Gavin Baker and company got him. No, it's going to be a yard loss.
Yeah, he lost a yard.
Lost a yard back to the 9. Bryce Sampson was in there as well, and the Whippets able to stand him up. Wirtz was there, and they take him down, and Shelby takes over on downs.
Now listen, here's why I don't like the call. Down there inside, you know, you're right around you're inside the 10. Shelby's going to be in man. You know that. I'm just telling you, 95% of the times, once you get inside that 10-yard line, you're seeing man. I'd get man beaters, and if you want to run the quarterback, give him a little bit of an RPO option. See if you can like your matchup and see if you can beat someone off coverage. I don't know if I like that kind of long stretch play, which allows Shelby's defense to play downhill.
Whippets have it after they stop them on downs. 1:34 to go until halftime. Shelby 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line, up 21-7. Second quarter, 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. DeVito in the gun by himself. He'll clap the hands, back to pass. Pressure coming. He'll fire the football. Well, he got hit late. He throws it up the field. It is caught by Caden Paws, and he'll go on to bounce it across the 20 and out near the 22-yard line. I'll tell you what, Caden Paws did a great job right there. Couple of big catches, and Shelby's got a home and kitchen supply first down, and you know they love to score before halftime.
Yeah, it's a great job there, just attacking the coverage by Caden Paws. And you got to like him coming into this game. He's only had 7 catches for 120. He's been all over the place. He's been a huge second receiver for them tonight.
Coach Mahaney told me he had the play of the game last week on the big 3rd down catch on the opening drive. They told him that in the locker room, and that really ignited Shelby's offense. 1:27 to go until halftime. 21-7 Whippets, 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. DeVito in the gun, back to the right. Braden back to pass, looking, has some time. Looking, pressure coming, he'll elude. To the right, DeVito still rolling, pressure coming. He's just going to fire this one toward the sideline. He's got a receiver, it's paused, and he caught it, but he's really might actually lose yardage.
Yeah, he lost yardage.
They're going to take him out of bounds at the 20-yard line. He'll lose 2 yards.
Clock's running now. So, yeah, he lost 2 yards. That's when if you're DeVito, you're out of the pocket, throw that into the sideline and save yourself a little bit.
That's what I thought he was doing, actually.
Because here's why I don't like that. That's just asking for an interception as well. They're lucky there that Sam Evans didn't grab that and run with it, and because he was out there from his outside backer position, and clock's running here. This is going to be a big play. If Shelby doesn't get anything here, look for him to just go into half.
43 seconds to go until a halftime handoff. This is Baker. He will not have the first down. Penalty marker is going to come out kind of late unless the official was struggling to get that marker out. It'll be a run of a couple of yards. Line of scrimmage was the 20. It was 2nd and 12. It was Baker who got it across the 23. Let's sort out this penalty.
They're going to call a hold on Kessler right there.
Okay.
And Kessler held him. There's no doubt about it. But Cameron Kuhlman's going to get my Oscar nomination because, man, I tell you what, there's no way. Cameron Kuhlman is a great football player. He's not a good football player. He is a great football player. He did not get thrown. Like he jumped. Now, I like it. He sold the call there. That looks like LeBron James in a little bit of flop action. Having said that, it was a hold. It's the right call. But I don't know if you had to necessarily sell it that bad. He literally did the old Mega Man jump there.
So there are 36 seconds to play until halftime.
And if you're Shelby here, I think you're just getting out of here. You're just trying to run clock and get out of here, get to halftime.
As we back them up, it is now what? 2nd down and 22 Shelby from their own 10-yard line. 21-7 Shelby as we are working our way toward halftime.
And remember, Gallion has no timeout, so if Shelby just runs a play, this game's over. Just run the football.
First half would be over, correct?
Yes,
yep.
Correct.
First half would be over. DeVito in the gun, and looks like somebody either moved or Gallion came across.
77 for Shelby.
I'll tell you what, Shelby's offensive line has had a lot of penalties on it here in the first half.
Yeah, Shelby's offensive line is not looked very good.
They probably had 5 to 7 penalties on that offensive line here in the first half.
Yeah, or not 77, I'm sorry. It was 71. Colton Sexton there. Yeah, that's going to be one thing they have to address. To be quite honest with you, their line's been a mess. And I'm being nice by saying a mess. They've had 4 or 5 false starts, several holds. They have not looked crisp.
Second down 27 as they move it back inside the 5-yard line. Handoff to Baker. He'll be taken down at around the 2-yard line.
Don't even run a play if you're Shelby.
Yeah,
You're
the
done.
Whippets,
Just go to half.
24 seconds to play until halftime, and I don't think they're going to have to run another play as the Whippets will head toward the sideline. Coach Mahaney and company says head toward the sideline, and we are going to head to halftime in the Division IV Regional Championship game. Shelby will get the ball to start the third quarter. Erik, real quick, about 30 seconds. What do you think the coaches are talking about at halftime?
Oh, if you're Gallion, you're going to go back. I actually feel like Gallion's offense has played very, very well. Defensively, they've been opportunistic. Remember, Braden DeVito has made 2 spectacular individual plays. That's really the difference in the game right now. Gallion's defense is right there. Like when Shelby's been backed up and they've been in their own position, their own end, so field position's been huge. But I feel like Gallion has actually played very well, even being down 14. Shelby offensive line got to get much better. They're succumbing to the pressure and the speed of that front 7 of the Gallion Tigers. And then defensively for Shelby, they've played pretty darn well, but there's been times they've given up some big yardage. And I think the big thing is I got to give a big tip of my cap to Aiden Schmidt, 12 of 13 for 110 and a touchdown. I feel like he's played a whale of a game. Both teams playing very well. Shelby just had the 2 big plays that have been the difference, the 2 explosives.
All right, coming up at halftime on the radio here, WMAN. We'll talk with Lee Owens, former Ashland University coach. He's got a new book. He coached Gallion to a state title in 1985. His son-in-law is Rob Mahaney, the coach at Shelby. We'll talk to him coming up at halftime. OH Report will have the band for you here at the half, and we'll be back with first half numbers. Halftime, tonight's Division IV Regional Championship game. Shelby 21, Gallion 7. We'll take a break. Halftime is straight ahead. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
ready to move. It's the land of 1,000 dances. Keep your eyes on our majorettes as they light up the night with their dazzling baton routine. We've got a crowd favorite, the horse, featuring very special spotlights on our incredible percussion section. The Gallion Tiger Marching Band would like to congratulate all of the student athletes at both schools schools on a great fall season, and go Tigers!
Under the direction of Director of Bands Cassandra McCall, Associate Director Timothy Meyer, Percussion Instructor Laura Dick, and Major Advisor Valerie Poundhart, we proudly present the 2025 Amazing Shelby Whippets Marching Band. Let's go! It is time to get funky. Funk is a music genre born in African American communities in the 1960s. It's all about rhythm, groove, and energy. Tonight, the amazing Shelby Whippets Marching Band brings that funk to the football field. We kick off our halftime performance with a lapel classic, later revived by Christina Aguilera, Maya, Pink, and Lil Kim. Here is Lady Marmalade. Keep it funky. In 1986, the funk group Cameo released a song that became one of the most recognizable funk hits of the decade. With its driving beat, infectious groove, and signature catchphrase, this tune had everyone on the dance floor. Featuring our majorettes, Lacey Barnhart and Bailey Bishop. Get ready, y'all, because the amazing Shelby Whippets Marching Band is about to bring the funk with Cameo. Word up! indeed, and we're not done getting funky yet. And now we'll bring it all home with our finale. In 1973, Kool and the Gang released a funk anthem that became one of their biggest hits. With its powerful groove, driving horns, and irresistible energy, this classic remains a crowd favorite. The amazing Shelby Whippet Marching Band closes out their halftime show as they jam out to Jungle Boogie, Boogity Boop, Boogity Boop. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 amazing Shelby Whippet Marching Band. Way to go!
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. At Pioneer, you'll gain real-world skills, hands-on training, and college credits, all while preparing for the jobs of tomorrow. Pioneer, preparing today's students for tomorrow's opportunities. Discover your future at Pioneer.
I'm Steve Kroll, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
halftime here at Arlin Field in Mansfield, and the Division IV Regional Championship game as the Shelby Whippets lead the Gallion Tigers here at the intermission by a score of 21-7. Aaron Hines, Erik Wilt, WMAN teaming up with our friends at the OH Report to bring you live high school playoff football. The winner with a berth in the state Final Four. Shelby leads by 2 scores at halftime. Erik, let's quickly go through the scoring summary. Shelby got on the board at the 8:08 mark of the opening quarter. It was a 7-yard touchdown pass, Braden DeVito to Brady Bowman, 7-0 after Everett Harris booted the point after through. Then Shelby scored at the 1:49 mark. It was a 37-yard touchdown pass, DeVito to Travis Sloan, 14-0 Shelby after Harris booted the extra point up and good. That was our score after 1 quarter. Shelby 14 and Gallion nothing. Then it was Gallion at the 6:35 mark of the second quarter, and it was a 12-yard touchdown throw and catch. Quarterback Aiden Schmidt hit his big tight end. Dominic Capretta reached the ball over the goal line, touchdown good. Caitlin Beachy booted the extra point through, made it 14-7 Shelby, and then Braden DeVito did a Superman Houdini kind of play. It lasted about 15 seconds. At the 4:39 mark of the second quarter, he scrambled left, right, back to the middle, and found Caden Potts. It was like they were playing in the backyard. Go to the back corner of the end zone, fired a dart. He dove and caught it. Touchdown good. Extra point by Everett Harris, 21-7. And that is Shelby's lead at halftime. DeVito with 3 touchdown throws in the first half, 1 away from 200 in his career. And
yeah,
he was something special in that first half.
Yeah, let's talk about it real quick. DeVito, 8 carries, 100 yards, and longest one was 81. That was that first play of the game. So then he comes down, you look at him, he's 9 of 16 throwing for 132, and like you said, those 3 touchdowns. Who's done most of the damage? Well, they've mixed it up really between 2 guys. Braden DeVito's got 4 catches, 45 yards. That's really what he had the entire game the first time they played Gallion. And then Caden Paz, 3 catches, 40 yards, and he's got a touchdown. And then, of course, they hit Travis Sloan with that slick little play where they ran a little QB power, and Sloan slipped out and caught the 1 pass for 37 yards, which was a touchdown. And then let's go over here and take a look at the Gallion Tigers. Really impressed here with Aiden Schmidt. I feel like he's played dynamite. You're talking about a guy that's 12 of 13 for 110. He's also got the 1 touchdown. Here's what John Davis is the great statistician here for the TY Tigers. He's helping us out tonight. Listen to this, Aaron. We've got not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. 7 guys have caught a pass today. The leader of that is Kurt Hay with 4 catches, 23 yards. And then they have his brother, Kane Hay, has 2 catches for 28. Cohen Adams got 2 catches for 23. Jamison Glue, 1 catch, 21. Capretta had the big one, right? The touchdown, 1 catch, 12 yards. And then Stuckman catches a ball for 11 yards. And then the big thing here is the rushing coming in. This is where Shelby's defense has played very, very well. Braxton Stuckman has 7 carries for 12 yards. Aiden Schmidt has 4 carries for 4 yards. And Camden Kuhlman has 2 carries for -4. The big stat, there's 2 big stats, and I know, Aaron, you want to hit one as we're starting here, but I want to take a look at this. When you look at penalty yardage, it's really important here. So when you look at it, 2 for 10 for Gallion and 7 for 49. Most of those have been full starts today. Go ahead, Aaron. I know there's a stat that you really care about.
Well, I want to talk about Shelby has 4 plays of 20 yards or more. Coach Mahaney told us he wants to, he told me in our interview, we want to have explosive plays. They didn't have a lot against Gallion. 4 of those in the first half. Eric, I think at least 3 of them led to touchdowns.
Yeah, and like I said, you see 21-7, you're thinking, oh, Shelby's kind of having their way. I would say not at all. I would say to finish through the second quarter and to finish the half, Gallion's defensive front 7 had Shelby's offensive line really confused and on skates. And if that continues in the second half, Gallion's going to be in this game, I'm telling you, because when your offensive line is playing confused, that means they're not playing fast and aggressive. And Gallion is initiating the confusion and the aggressive nature of that front 7. So Aaron, I always say this, the last 4 minutes and the first 4 minutes. So the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. Shelby, this is really important that Gallion gets off the field here and keeps Shelby from scoring a touchdown to go up 3 scores. I think it's that important for this game.
Caden Paws, who caught a touchdown pass back deep. Branson Reed, who had a great kickoff return to set up a score, both back at around the 10-yard line. Shelby won the toss and deferred, so they'll start the second half of the football ready to go. 20 21-7 Shelby. Beachy will kick it off left side. That's going to go out of bounds. He angles it left side. It'll go inside the 25 and go out of bounds at around the 21-yard line. So Shelby will have excellent starting field position, starting at their own 35-yard line as we start the second half, where high school football on WMAN is driven all season long by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings, BuckeyeSuperstore.com. Aaron Hines, Erik Wild, WMAN, teaming up with our friends at the OH Report to bring you live high school playoff football, with the winner tonight winning their second ever regional championship and punching their ticket to the state Final Four next week on the day after Thanksgiving. Shelby to the line. 4 wide receivers will slide a tight end inside now. On the right side, they'll bring Shepard in motion. Now 4 wide receivers left. DeVito back to pass, pressure coming. He's going to fire one up the field. That's Gavin Miller at Gallion's 40-yard line. He caught it out of a tackle inside the 35 and down to the Tiger 32. What a dart by DeVito.
Yeah, great job there. And hitting almost, basically hitting number 1. That's almost the clear out route. And good job by Miller there. And DeVito hitting them on time, on target. And Gallion's defense on their heels to start the second half.
First and 10 from Gallion's 32. DeVito left, out of a tackle, gets out of a second, inside the 35, outside to the 30, and knocked out of bounds into the sideline. DeVito did not quite reach the 30. Put him down, let's see, to get to the 31 is DeVito. Looked like he was going to be tackled. It's bounced at the outside.
Man,
got knocked out of bounds. He'll pick up about a yard, but not many people get a positive play out of that one.
That's like, I remember when I was a kid growing up, I'd watch Barry Sanders, and he had the prettiest no gains or 1-yard runs in the history of the NFL. That's kind of what that looked like. You make about 3 or 4 guys miss, and Gallion doing a great job coming in waves there, getting 11 hats to the ball.
11:36 to go, third quarter, 21-7 Shelby, 2nd and 9 from Gallion's 30. Handoff to Sloan, and Gallion will blow it up and drive him back. And the guy right there to do it was Cameron Coleman, their middle linebacker, who's got like almost 160 tackles. He blew it up. It'll be about a yard loss back to the 32. What a play by the middle linebacker.
Yeah, how about that? I'll tell you what, Coleman just shooting that gap, and Gavin Garrett for Shelby, number 70, just not seeing it quick enough. And Sloaney playing the Travis Sloan paying the price for his guard not getting to that backer there.
3rd and 10 Shelby. They're at Gallion's 32-yard line. 11:02 to go, third quarter. Shelby 21, Gallion 7. Whippets, 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. DeVito in the gun. Got it back to his right. Braden looking at the line of scrimmage. Play clock is down to 17. DeVito claps the hands, calls for the football. Back to pass. He'll throw a dart left side. Caught, and the receiver got drilled right at around the 30, right around the 26-yard line. Catch was made there by Foltz, and the guy that made the hit coming up was Trey Longwell, and I mean, he laid a hit on him. Good job by Landon Foltz there, just being able to hang on to the football. It's a gain of about 6 yards. Shelby has it 4th down and 4. They're at Gallion's 26-yard line. Big play in this game, third quarter, 21-7 Shelby. 10:15 to go. Eric, what are you thinking here? You could run or throw, obviously, with DeVito.
But everything goes through 2. You might do a little run-pass option here. I look for Shelby to be aggressive here. I think they're going to put this ball in the air. 2
wide receivers to the right, man in motion. DeVito in the gun. He'll snap it. He'll roll to the right. Will he run for it? He's going to run. 25, 20. Got the home and kitchen fly. First down inside the 15. Lowers the shoulder.
Oh, that should be a penalty.
And DeVito got hit late out of bounds.
That should be a penalty.
Inside the 10, down near the 7. No penalty marker is out, but DeVito has a home and kitchen supply first down, and there was a lot of green, Eric, to run to there.
Yeah, you could throw the ball to Shepard, but just keep it. What I didn't like here is right there. He hits him. He's out. There's the late hit. That's a late hit any day of the week, twice on Sunday. It's not a huge deal. It only been a half the distance, but
it was a shove out of bounds.
But it was definitely a shove out of bounds, and great job by DeVito there. Good offensive play call. See, I like that run-pass option that DeVito has. Trust those legs in that situation. When you throw the ball, the only thing that's going to happen is a drop there potentially. Just secure it with the legs.
9:54 to go, third quarter. Shelby 21, Gallion 7. Whippets first and goal from the Gallion 7. DeVito's going to pull it down. He'll bounce it to the outside, to the 5. DeVito dives, and he is in. Braden DeVito, a 7-yard touchdown run. Braden DeVito's 200th career touchdown, his 4th of the night, and the Whippets go up 3 scores.
We said coming into the game, right, he's the best player on the field. He's proved that. 4 scores. You're talking about a dude that's got 127 yards on the ground, 171 through the air. His DNA is all over the game. 200 touchdowns accounted for. An incredible career. By the end of this game, he's going to be over 17,000 yards accounted for. He's absolutely insane. What a great play there. Good blocking up front by the backer. Good job by Travis Sloan paving the way coming around. And Gallion really needed that stop.
Braden DeVito, by the way, over 9.5 miles is what his career yards total. How about that? Extra point on the way, just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, but it's no good as Everett Harris misses the point after, but we're going to step aside. Back in a minute. 9:41 to go, third quarter. Shelby 27, Gallion 7. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Another flag, 35-yard line.
Back to Arlin Field in Mansfield. Kickoff by Shelby is going to go out of bounds, and it will be a penalty marker to come out, and Gallion will have it at the 35-yard line. We apologize, but the officials are not even waiting 50 seconds, and we have a 1-minute break, so we're coming back, and the kickoff is already underway.
Yeah, I know.
All we need is a minute.
Yeah.
And anyway, so the ball was out of bounds, and so it will be a kick out of bounds. We saw one each way now here to start the third quarter, so Gallion will have nice field position, 1st and 10 at their own 35. 9:41 to go, third quarter. Shelby 27, Gallion 7. Erik, huge drive for Gallion.
Absolutely, a huge drive for Shelby. Aiden Schmidt's been in control. He needs to have a nice series here for the Tigers.
Aiden Schmidt in the gun, 2 wide receivers each way, back to pass, throws it right side, and nobody out there. DeVito dove, but the ball was incomplete across the 45-yard line. One of the Whippets coaching staff caught the ball. Our buddy Scott Rose caught the football.
Yeah, Scott Rose catching the skip. It's like you're out there in the backyard at the pond and you throw the old skip rock.
Rosie's got good hands, man. We know that.
Yeah. And listen, that's just a little bit of a miscommunication between Schmidt and his receiver there. Remember, coming into this second half here, he was 11 of 12, I believe, or 12 of 13, excuse me. Now he's 12 of 14. So, he just needs to, get back on the same page with his receivers there.
So incomplete, 2nd and 10. Schmidt back to pass. Will throw it down the middle. That ball's picked off. It's Travis Sloan. He grabs it at Shelby's. Going to grab it and run the 43-yard line. He high-pointed that football, picks it off, and the Whippets, after the offense scores, the defense gets a turnover.
Yeah, and that was the big play. What did I say? The first 4 minutes, right? Shelby goes down and scores. They get the interception. They were hurt by that same play earlier in the game. That's the defensive adjustment. Sloan doing a good job of getting the depth on his drop. Because you always tell your backers, get depth, get depth, get depth. Well, Sloan did there. That's actually ridiculously good by Sloan getting that deep on his drop, and Shelby kind of tried to go for the first opportunity for a knockout blow early in this game, although it's not. Oh,
hang on. DeVito goes to snap the football. Penalty markers fly, and the Whippets move early. They have the ball, 1st and 10, and Gallion's actually at their own 43-yard line.
Oh yeah, the guard. Shelby's offensive line. Man, they have really struggled.
They have not been in sync all night.
I'm a straight shooter, right, Aaron? I've been doing that. You and I have been doing this for 6-7 years. They're a hot mess right now, man. They've got to get on the same page. Relax. Understand your snap count.
Back them up 5 yards, 1st and 15. Quick pass to Vito Bowman, line of scrimmage. Shelby's own 38-yard line. Quick pass. Bowman will catch it. He's out to Shelby's 45-yard line. That's a 7-yard throw and catch. So they get back 5 of those yards and 2 more. They pick up 7. Second down, 8 Shelby. Football is going to be at their own 45-yard line. 9:08 to go, third quarter. Regional championship game at Arlin Field. Shelby 27, Gallion 7. Huge drive for both. Shelby trying to go up 4 scores. Gallion trying to keep the Whippets out of the end zone. DeVito in the gun. 2 wide receivers, 1 each way. Handoff. Baker bounces it right side. Baker midfield into Gallion territory. Inside the 45 and down near the 44, and a late penalty marker comes out.
Boy, I tell you what, there's laundry all over the field. They're going to call probably at least 2 holds on.
Yeah, going to be a hold on Shelby. The Whippets are approaching double-digit penalties. They had 7 at halftime. That's at least 2. Actually, they had 3 on a kickoff. That's 10 penalties.
Yeah, that's actually the great John Davis. I was going to add this one. It's going to be 9 for 64.
Okay. I thought we had to be right around. Now, the officials are talking. Are there multiple fouls or just one?
I don't know. Well, we're going to find. They threw 2 flags. I didn't know if they were both holding, though, but we're going to find out. Here we go.
There we go.
Play goes on Shelby. Holding offense number 70. That 10-yard penalty will be replaced. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced for the previous slide. After the play is over.
Oh boy.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 15 for the offense.
All right, so the Whippets
There's no 15 on the field.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no number 15 on the field for Shelby. They might want to correct the number. Coach Mahaney, Rob's a pretty calm guy, but when they announced that penalty, he kind of stepped out on the field.
You can't. I mean, make a number up. Don't call a number that doesn't exist on the football field. Come on, officials, let's go. We got to be better than that. It's a regional final game, fellas.
I don't know who it is, but Shelby will have a hold, and then Shelby will have a personal foul penalty. If the ball was in Gallion territory, they're going to be backed up 30 yards, basically.
Not a lot in the playbook for 2nd and 30.
2nd and 33, Shelby at their own 20-yard line. What Gallion needs to try to get back in this game.
And just keep everything in front of you, because if you get a 3rd and long, I'm telling you, Shelby's not going to get real crazy here because they can't afford a big turnover.
8:30 to go, third quarter. Shelby up 21-7. Gallion looking like they're going to blitz.
They did.
They got to the line of scrimmage, and somebody moved again on the Whippet offensive line.
Same thing. It was the guard. Gavin Garrett is really struggling. Really struggling.
The linebacker rushed up to the line of scrimmage, and as he came to a stop, you mentioned the lineman kind of flinched.
No, there's no doubt. I saw it. I mean, I was going to throw the flag too. I'm telling you, Gallion's front 7 is just giving Shelby's front fits. And you know, let's call it what it is. Braden DeVito is the X factor in this game, because Gallion defensively has Shelby's offensive line. I mean, they look like Larry Curley and Mo out there right now. I don't want to be too hard on them, but I mean, it's just a reality.
I don't know what it's taken a long time to sort out this penalty. I don't know. They signal false start on Shelby. I don't know what we're doing.
And here's the thing: the backer's allowed to come up as long as he doesn't jump into the neutral zone.
Good ball.
Yeah, I don't know what the meeting was for.
They had a lengthy meeting. The Whippet fans are not pleased. Gallion.
It's a good call.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's a good call.
So Shelby will be backed up. It's 2nd down and 38. Football is at their own 15-yard line. 8:23 to go, third quarter. Shelby 27 and Gallion 7. DeVito in the gun, but 2nd down and 38 is a mile. They got to get to Gallion's 47-yard line for a first down. DeVito with Bowman in motion. He's out wide right, receiver wide left. Here comes the blitz. Another penalty marker. DeVito rolling to the right. He'll throw it up the field. It's going to be caught by Bowman at around the 40-yard line, but another penalty marker back at around the 3-yard line. Wow.
Well, I think they're calling procedure.
They called procedure, but look at that play was already moving.
It was. The play was already there.
A hold.
Procedure's not the right call. I thought they were going to call a hold actually on the running back trying to pick up that blitz.
I was going to say, I don't think.
Because Baker basically tackled the blitzer. That would have been the right call. Shelby's just, man, they're all kind of tied up and not. Isn't it crazy? You would not think they're up 27-7 because
double-digit penalties.
Gallion's rocking them to sleep right now.
Double-digit penalties.
The player went in motion prior to all other players.
Okay, they're going to say a player went in motion. So that's what the penalty is on.
I'll be honest with you, they missed the hold. I'd have rather had the hold if I was Coach Dick.
Tell you what,
Shelby's going to end up all the way down there at Mansfield Senior High School if they don't watch it.
Eric, I've been calling football for 20 years. I haven't seen too many 2nd and 43s.
Yeah.
I know there's nothing in the playbook for it.
Yeah.
But the Whippets have a couple of cracks to get 43 yards. 2nd and 43 from their own 10-yard line. 27-7 Shelby leading Gallion. 7:45 to go, third quarter. 3 wide receivers to the right. We've had penalties in about 3 or 4 straight plays. DeVito in the gun. He's just going to pull it down, run right side. DeVito 10, 15, cut, 20, 25, got hit and will go down there. Up to make the stop was Cameron Coleman, the senior linebacker for Gallion. Good gain by DeVito. He gets about 15 yards. The problem was he needed 2nd and a mile. So
yeah, and you still have 3rd and a mile.
Still have 3rd and a mile.
Yeah, Braden DeVito has like 17,000 yards in his career, and he needs that to get the first down because Shelby's so far back behind the sticks here.
3rd and 27 now Shelby. Football at their own 26-yard line. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Regional final. Shelby 27, Gallion 7.
They just broke the huddle with 12.
3 wide receivers. Now you make it 2 as you mentioned. 1 ran off the field. That was a running back. Back to pass. DeVito over the middle. Wide open. This is Shepard. 45. Actually, across the 40, just shy of the 45. He'll be dropped down. They're actually going to say knee went down at the 41. He got across the 35, went down at about the 41. That was Shepard. But they're still about 12 yards shy of a first down. So Shelby, who needed 2nd and a mile, will punt it away on 4th and 12 from their own 41-yard line. 6:24 to go, third quarter. Whippets lead 27-7.
It's actually unbelievable that they got it back to a 4th and 12.
A 4th and somewhat manageable.
Yeah, because it was 2nd down and 43 at one time.
It was 2nd and 43, and you mentioned they pick up 30 yards on 2 plays, and Shepard's going to punt it away. Kane Hay is back deep. It'll hit inside the 10. It'll roll, letting it roll.
Why would he?
He's going to pick it up inside the 5. And he'll be tackled at around the 10-yard line. Up the field to make that stop was Kason Cook for the Shelby Whippets, but Kane Hay fielded that baby inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Kane Hay, you can't do that, buddy. It's, you got to let that go into the end zone, because that was easily going to make the end zone. Take the ball on the 20, man.
Now you got about 90 yards.
Now you got 90 yards, and you're playing out of the shadow of your own end zone. These are all the little things that are the difference of games, and both are struggling sometimes with decision making. Shelby needs to get their offensive line over on the bench and have a nice little conversation and calm them down, because they've gone beyond imploding. And here we go. Gallion needs a drive here that ends in points. It's that simple.
5:57 to go, third quarter. Shelby 27, Gallion 7. Tigers 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Aiden Schmidt back to pass over the middle, going to be caught.
Oh boy!
Across the field, 40 grabbed by Bowman, just shy of midfield and tackled. That's a touchdown-saving tackle. That was Kurt Hay out to the 49-yard line. A 39-yard throw and catch. Great throw, great catch, great run, and Bowman with a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, great job, Aiden Schmidt finding his guy, Kurt Hay. Excellent job there. The 5'7", 49-pound sophomore there making the play. And Kurt Hay now with 5 catches, 62 yards.
Here we go, 5:35 to go, third quarter. Shelby up, 27-7. 1st and 10, Gallion near midfield at their own 49. Screen pass, Stuckman left side. DeVito up to make a great stop. He'll tackle him for a loss, right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Braden DeVito with a terrific play on the left side.
And that's why you play coverage, right? So Shelby's kind of in quarters, maybe a cover 2 look there that had the 2 safeties back, and that's why you do that. Your corners can then rally up, so that swing pass there, that's not going to hurt you. The big thing is, though, you got to make that tackle of an athlete in space. That's the difficult play, but Braden DeVito, heck of a football player, getting them down.
Penalty marker. Gallion had a player break the huddle and then leave late. So Gallion on 2nd down and 10. They get a penalty.
And the sarcastic crowd, yeah.
It'll be 2nd and 15 now for the Tigers. 4:58 to play, third quarter. Shelby 27, Gallion 7. Tigers now have it 2nd down, 15 football. They'll back them up and they'll have it at their own 44-yard line. Aiden Schmidt in the gun, back. He's going to be to his right, and they're going to figure out what side they want to put him on. He'll slide him to the right. 2 wide receivers out wide to the right. Now we'll slide him left side. That's Camden Coleman. They'll bring a man in motion. Hay in motion. They'll fake the run. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Aiden Schmidt will slip out of there. He'll throw it up the field, and that ball's caught. Jamison Glue at Shelby's 21. DeVito will ride him down at the 15-yard line. What a throw by Aiden Schmidt.
Aiden Schmidt doing a good job stepping up in the pocket, slipping through. Look at the ball on that thing. And by the way, DeVito, once again, second time he's fallen asleep in coverage today. We got to call a spade a spade. He wasn't there to make the play. He fell asleep, thought there was going to be a sack, and it cost him. You got to play coverage the full play.
First down and 10, Gallion deep in Shelby territory. Aiden Schmidt's going to throw this one to the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete as he was targeting Hay. It was Kurt Hay, I believe. DeVito was in coverage. Yes, it was Kurt Hay, incomplete out the back right corner of the end zone. 4:18 to play, third quarter. Shelby 27, Gallion 7. Tigers have it second and 10. They're at Shelby's 15-yard line. A really big opportunity for Gallion, down 3 scores. They really need a score on this drive.
And they don't have to totally abandon the run, but they've struggled. Shelby's run defense has been absolutely sensational. Only giving up, 16 yards on the ground, Aaron, for the whole game.
4 wide receivers for Gallion. Man in motion, back to pass, pressure coming, a little screen. It's going to be caught, but he's going to be tackled. It's Bryce Samsel. He grabs Hay and tackles him right around the 16-yard line, a 1-yard loss. And I will tell you what a play by your linebacker, Bryce Samsel.
Yeah, Bryce Samsel doing a good, and that's what you have to do. So they invited the rush, and it's a type of screen there. So they're going to invite that rush in. Great job by Schmidt dumping it over across. Good play by Samsel coming from that Mike linebacker position to make that play.
3rd and 11, Gallion at Shelby 16-yard line inside the Shakely Mechanical red zone. 3:46 to go, third quarter. Shelby 27, Gallion 7. 4 wide receivers for the Tigers, 2 each way. Schmidt in the gun, back to pass, pressure coming. He'll throw, and the receiver caught it, and he fell down. He was wide open over the middle as he hit coming across the middle. Kurt Hay, he had to unload it because the pressure was coming. He caught it inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's only a gain of 2. 4th down, 9, Gallion. Football is going to be at Shelby's 14-yard line. And you know, Eric, with a little over 3 to go here in the third quarter, you know if you're Gallion, you need touchdowns, not field goals to get back in this game.
Yeah, you got to go for this here. And I'll tell you what, if he would have been able to stay on his feet,
he might have had a first down.
I think he'd have first down. I think he might have even had a touchdown because that was a clear-out route.
Here we go.
Fans come to their feet. Big 4th down.
You can hear the Shelby.
Timeout.
You can hear the Shelby faithful in front of us. We're going to keep it right here. This is a monster play, and we have not been granted 1-minute timeouts tonight. We will keep it right here. 4th down, 9, Gallion. They're at Shelby's 14-yard line. 2:57 to go, third quarter in the regional championship game. Shelby on top, 27-7. Glad to have you tonight from the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth. Aaron Hines and Erik Will. Remember, beginning next year, Ohio State launching a tuition-free program. You start on a regional campus like Mansfield. You're a resident of Ohio. You make less than $100,000 a year. You go tuition-free. Start in Mansfield, finish in Mansfield, tuition-free. Start in Mansfield. After 1 year, you can transfer to Columbus, and it's still tuition-free. Be a part of Buckeye Nation. That is incredible. Schedule a visit and apply. Go to mansfield.osu.edu. And Eric, both ways, this is a big 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the game, but it's the game, if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and listen, you've got man under, cover 2.
Here we go, man in motion. They'll hand the football. Little trick play. They're going to throw it into the end zone. That ball's going to be knocked down, incomplete. Landon Fultz and company got a hand on it. They were going in the back of the end zone that time for Kurt Hay. A little trick play. The pass came from Kane Hay, and Shelby had 3 DBs back there, Eric, and they were not fooled. Incomplete, and the Whippets take over on downs.
And here's why I don't like that play. That play can work on a 1st or 2nd down. It's 4th down and basically what, Aaron, 9?
Yeah, 4th and 9.
4th and 9. Shelby's secondary is not biting on that. That's not the time to call that play. I don't mind the play situationally in a different stage of the game, but Shelby's defense is not going to bite on a 4th down jet sweep like that. They realize there's probably going to be a pass off of that. Shelby not fooled at all. I don't like to have seen the ball. I want Aiden Schmidt making the decision on who's going to get the ball in that situation. He's your quarterback.
2:50 to go here in the third quarter. The Whippets offense comes onto the field, and a penalty marker comes out, an illegal substitution on Gallion. Shelby will take it. They have the ball at their own 14-yard line. That'll move it out to the 19-yard line. 2:50 to go, third quarter. Shelby Shelby 27, Gallion 7. This game was 21-7 at halftime. The Whippets had a touchdown run by Braden DeVito of 7 yards, his 200th for his career and his 4th on the night at the 9:41 mark. Other than that, we've had a ton of penalties here in the third quarter.
Yeah, not exactly the cleanest played game ever.
Whippets 1st and 5 from their own 19. Pass over the middle. DeVito got it. Shepard across the 25-30. Right side 32-yard line. He'll be tackled there. And that was Cameron Smith, the senior defensive back, will stop Shepard, but not after a home and kitchen supply first down to the Whippet 33.
Yeah, nice play there. And, Shepard just leaking out there. You can see that as he leaks out, just, running that little seam route. Good job. DeVito almost does the old Tim Tebow, takes 2 or 3 steps and just drops that off. That's a nice play to get yourself out of your own end.
2:30 to go in the third. 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Shelby 1st and 10 from their own 33, up 27-7. Handoff right side. Sloan's going to be grabbed and dropped for a loss of at least a yard. Knifing in to take him down. Cale Early and company took him down behind the line. Good job right there by Early. Spun him around just across the 30, a loss of a yard.
Yeah, and Emmett Bates there once again chasing that play. Man, Shelby's offensive line, really, really struggling right here. And, here's the thing. If you're Baker there, you're just taking the minimal off. Now, what I love about that is Gallion's front 3, they do a good job. You're told when your guard goes, put your hand on your hip and chasing. It's an excellent job by that front by the Gallion Tigers. 2nd and 11, Shelby from their own 32. DeVito back to pass, under 2 to go here in the third. DeVito scrambles right side, throws it, got it back out of the backfield. He caught it across the 35 and out near the 37-yard line. That was Travis Sloan out of the backfield. It's not enough for a first down, but it'll bring up 3rd down for the Whippets, and they need about 7 yards for a first down. Football again is going to be, I guess, close to 6 yards here on 3rd down. Football again across the 35, put it down at the 37-yard line. 1:12 to go, third quarter. Shelby 27, Gallion 7. DeVito, 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. In the gun, back to his left. He'll spin, roll to the near side, pressure coming. He's just going to have to fire it away. There was pressure in his face as they let one of the middle linebackers roll through, and DeVito fires an incomplete pass because he had a guy in his lap. It'll be incomplete, and Shelby's going to have to punt. Yeah, great job there. Pressure coming off the edge. I love what I'm seeing. Gallion is bringing a 4th or 5th guy every time, and you can see the frustration after that throw on Braden DeVito. He was kind of getting on his edge guys in his line. I think that's kind of getting to him a little bit. He's, and I don't have a problem with that. He's a senior leader. Sometimes you got to go in there and chew those guys up a little bit and kind of say, let's go. You got to pick your game up. You can't expect him. He's probably thinking it'd be nice if you just get some guys blocked up schematically and let me do my thing. I can't be Houdini every single play.
And DeVito that time was spinning around. He was going to fire it up the field, but he had a guy in his lap, and we're going to have another penalty marker as the Whippets go back to punt. Delay of game on Shelby. The Whippets have probably a dozen penalties tonight.
I'm going to give you the official here, Erik. Shelby has 13 penalties for 94 yards.
It'll be a baker's dozen.
They're going to have a football field's worth of penalties.
For the game, 13 for the game.
And it's 13 for the third quarter. We still have a whole other quarter of play left.
All right, so I'll tell you what, the Whippets are going to have to punt it away. Another penalty comes out as Shepard boots it away. It's going to be grabbed by Hay at around the 30-yard line. He'll slip and fall. That was Kane Hay. We got to sort out the penalty as Hay caught it at his own 30, and it's going to be a penalty on Shelby. I'll tell you what, we've covered Shelby. This is our 8th game. They've been pretty good in the penalty department all year, and tonight it has been penalty after penalty in this third quarter. I will say this. I don't know if we've ran 3 or 4 plays in a row without a penalty.
This has been the most unclean game we've covered this year. And it's a regional final game with a chance to go to Final Four. So whoever comes out of this game, whether it's Gallion or Shelby, you better get your stuff together because you will get blown to smithereens in the state Final Four if you don't get this stuff cleaned up. That's just a fact. I'm just telling you, from here on out, you play Valley View or Indian Hill, let alone Glenville or that monster at Indian Valley that's a Mr. Football candidate that runs the ball like he's angry at the grass. That dude's a wild bull. You will be physically assaulted if you do not get those things cleaned up. So both teams, really, to be honest with you, I say both teams, it's really more of a Shelby issue. Gallion only has 4 penalties for 20 yards.
Illegal formation was the call on Shelby. 4th down, 16. Shelby at their own 27. Shepard will punt it away with 52 seconds to play here in the third. It'll hit And right around the Gallion 41-yard line, just kind of check up there like a golf shot. And up the field to touch the football is Cole Dorsey, and Gallion will have good field position, but Shelby's defense has really been up to the challenge all night long, and Gallion will have it. 45 seconds to play, third quarter. Regional championship game. Shelby 27 and Gallion 7. Glad to have you tonight, Aaron Hines and Erik Will. After the ball game tonight, again, we'll hand out our Spitzer Motors Game Changer, whose hustle, whose effort changes tonight's game for his team. All thanks to the great people just down the street, West 4th Street in Ontario. You can shop online at drivespitzer.com. That'll be coming up in the postgame. Aiden Schmidt back to pass. He'll fire it left side. Sam Quartz with great coverage, blanket coverage on the wide receiver. It'll sail out of bounds, incomplete around Shelby's 45-yard line. Erik, he was targeting Cohen Adams, and I'll tell you what, whether he's rushing the quarterback, making a tackle, or in coverage, Sam Quartz has had a great year.
And Shelby's defense in the secondary has done a nice job of improving what they're doing in the second half. Sam Quartz exactly where he needed to be. And those two ends, Kessler and Shepard, getting to the quarterback, making things difficult.
40 seconds to play, third quarter. Gallion 2nd and 10 from their own 42. Pass up the field, going to be intercepted by Shelby. Picking the football off was Griffin Yeager right around midfield. He'll go down at Gallion's 49-yard line. And Shelby's second interception tonight, and a big one here, late stages, third quarter with 34 seconds left. Shelby up 27-7.
Hey, Griffin Yeager had the big pup block a couple weeks ago, you know, and then
against Orville.
Against Orville, and then right there having a big interception. And like I said, coming into this game, Shelby's defense might have been the group that was the least talked about, that was an elite group that I had seen in quite a while, and you're seeing it here. Gallion's defense, I'm telling you, their defense, if you're going to back and watch this film, they have not played that bad. When Shelby's had a lot of success, it's generally been a huge play by old number 2, and he's going to have those. I feel like Gallion's defense has actually done a great job.
Number 2's out there with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1st and 10 from Gallion's 49. DeVito makes a man miss inside the 45. He'll be tackled at around the 40-yard line. DeVito just kind of got in the hole there, did a little shake and bake move. They'll get inside Gallion's 40. They'll actually give him forward progress. He rolled over the defender, put him down at the Gallion 38-yard line. It's enough for a first down. It's 11 yards, presented by Home and Kitchen Supply. And the Whippets will not run another play here in the third quarter. We will step aside after 3 quarters in the regional championship game. Shelby 27, Gallion 7. Back in a minute. The fourth quarter's next. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Back to Arlin Field as we start the fourth quarter in the regional championship game. Shelby up 27-7 over Gallion. Whippets first and 10 from Gallion's 38-yard line. Screen pass left side. DeVito. This is Shepard. Lowers the shoulder inside the 30 and knocked out of bounds. See where they spot him. He got inside the 30 on the far sideline from us. They'll say he went down out of bounds. We're at 26-yard line, I believe. And is enough for a Home and Kitchen Supply first down. Give him probably about 12 to 13 yards. And Shelby moves the chains on the first play of the fourth quarter. And Erik, Shelby's on top 27-7. A touchdown here would be a mountain to come back from.
And listen, we've been well documented this game. Shelby's O-line's been struggling. Penalties, protection, all of that stuff. That's a perfect play call there. What you want to do is you want to invite fight that rush in and hit the screen. That's how you slow down an aggressive defense.
Here we go. 11:50 to go in the game. Shelby up 27-7 again in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from Gallion's 26-yard line. Handoff. Baker left side makes one man miss inside the 25 and tackled to the turf at around the 23-yard line. Multiple guys, including Aiden Schmidt, in on that stop for the Gallion Tigers. Tell you what, Baker, he's got some nice moves. He's got speed. He's got strength. He's a good-looking running back.
Yeah, he did a good job there making the first guy miss. You looked at, I think that was Camden Kuhlman coming in there shooting. And I'll tell you what, listen, why do offensive lines hold, right? Why do they jump? When aggressive fronts and front sevens are firing off, what happens is you're catching, you're holding, you're grabbing because they're beating you to the punch. And so you got to credit Gallion's front seven being uber aggressive.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 from the Gallion 22. DeVito pass left side, caught. That's Landon Foltz inside the Tiger 15 and down near the 13-yard line. Another Home and Kitchen Supply first down. Remodeling windows, doors, floors, and more. They should always be your first call. North Diamond Street in downtown Mansfield and online at homeandkitchensupply.com. And it is inside the Shakely Mechanical Red Zone. Shelby, 11:03 to go in the football game. Leading Gallion 27-7. Whippets have the football. 1st down and 10. And they're at the Gallion 13-yard line. Whippets, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. DeVito in the gun, claps the hands. He's going to pull it down and run, and he'll be taken down.
Nice play.
Terrific play by guess who? Cameron Coleman came flying through. He's got about 160-plus tackles. He takes DeVito down back at around the 15-yard line for about a 2 or 3 yard loss.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and you got to give credit there to old number 6 too, getting in there as well. Is that number? What number is that out there? It was a defensive end right there. Did a fantastic job as well.
It was probably Dominic Capretta.
Yeah, it was
9.
Capretta, number 9. Yeah, sorry, a little dyslexia there. Flipped my numbers around there, but 6'3", 205, doing a great job, and being the first one there to kind of rake at the ball there a little bit as well.
2nd down, 12, Shelby, as they have the football at Gallion's 15-yard line. DeVito, 4 wide receivers, 4th quarter in the gun. Pass right side, Bowman to the 10. Makes a man miss at the 5.
Nice.
And Bowman into the end zone. And the Shelby Whippets are trying to put this one away. 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And Braden DeVito accounting for his 5th touchdown of the night. It's a 15-yard touchdown pass to Brady Bowman.
Yeah, great job there. How about, see, and I like that. That's the quick game. That's how you help your offensive line out. Screens, draws, quick passing game. Catch the ball, get it out, right? They're scared of Brady Bowman's speed, even though we are kind of inside that red zone there, so there's not a lot of green to cover back behind him. But great job catching the ball, made a guy miss, gets in the end zone, and Bowman doing Bowman things. Brady Bowman, 6 catches, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns, adding to his career year as well.
DeVito doing what DeVito does. 5 touchdowns tonight, 201 in his career. Extra point on the way. Mill Iron Auto Parts, it is up and it is good by Everett Harris. Good idea. Stop by Mill Iron Auto Parts and receive top dollar for your used vehicle. Mill Iron supporting local high school athletics. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. 10 minutes to play, 4th quarter. Shelby 34, Gallion 7. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Kickoff by Shelby, and this ball's going to hop on the turf, and we got it on the OH report. It went over the Gallion return man, but the second one grabbed it right before it went out of bounds. He technically probably would let it go out of bounds. They would have had it at the 35, but you didn't want to let Shelby fall on the ball, so the player grabbed it right along the sideline. Gallion will have it. Football at their own 27-yard line. By the way, Marion Local has lost the state's longest,
nation's longest
longest winning streak at like 76 in a row. They fall to St. Henry 24-7. Just getting that word. Thanks to Larry Phillips from Richland Source for giving us that information. Gallion trailing Shelby now 34-7. 9:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. Handoff to the running back working it near side. This is Braxton Stuckman, and he'll be knocked out of bounds across the 30-yard line near the 31. It's about a 40-yard gain. Good job by Kyler Williams and company to usher him out of bounds. And right now, if you're Gallion, Eric, you're down 34-7.
Yep.
You need points in a hurry.
Yeah.
And if you're the Whippets, this defense has played very, very well tonight. And I'll tell you what, we've covered our 8th game. Their defense has gotten better and better week by week.
Yes, they have, and they play better than opportunistic.
Back to pass, Aiden Schmidt. He'll fire it up the field. DeVito trying to get an interception. He won't be able to get it. Pass was overthrown into Shelby territory and around the Whippet 48-yard line, incomplete, bringing up 3rd down and about 6 yards to go for the Gallion Tigers. Football is at their own 31-yard line. 9:45 to go in the football game. Shelby 34, Gallion 7. The Whippets trying to win their 2nd ever regional title. The other, some guy close to me was a part of it back in 2017, and this group trying to punch their ticket to the Final Four for the 2nd time in school history. And the Shelby side, by the way, is packed beneath us here at Arlin Field. Big 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Gallion at their own 31. Pressure coming. Aiden Schmidt's going to roll. He'll throw it over the head of his running back, Stuckman, who was open at around the 31-yard line. The problem was some guy named Kessler was like a heat-seeking missile. Right. He had to unload it, incomplete, and 4th down coming up for Gallion.
Yeah, that was tough. I feel bad for Stockman there because you can tell he just kind of mistimed his jump on that. The ball was thrown nice. I'm telling you, Aiden Schmitz actually had a pretty nice game today.
He's a good player.
He is a really good ball player. Listen, Gallion has a lot of nice pieces, and I'm telling you, like I said, you see the score and you're thinking, it's 34-7, you know, all this. But I'm telling you, Gallion's defense has actually played fairly well tonight.
Hillsdale, I'm told by Adam Thompson, leading Danville 25-20 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Timeout by Gallion here, spending one of theirs. So
that is a big game right there.
They got one left.
All right, we'll keep it right here. Timeout. They may not give us a full 1 minute. And it'll be 4th down coming up for Gallion. Glad to have you tonight. WMAN teaming up with our friends at the OH Report to bring you live high school playoff football. Tonight's game being simulcast, by the way, on WMAN and Eric Will's favorite radio station, My 100.1,
That's
the
right,
classic
buddy.
hits.
I love it.
Glad to have everybody listening wherever you're from. We've heard a lot of messages from a lot of people tuning in for tonight's broadcast. Glad to have you with us. High school football on WMAN, driven all season long by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings, BuckeyeSuperstore.com. Our biggest game of the year, and it was our shortest drive of the year.
I love it. I know. We always love coming here. Aaron and I have called so many games here, regular season and playoff. We've called some great Mansfield senior games here.
No better place, my friend.
Last year's Shelby, Ontario game was
was
an epic game. So, and Gallion bringing out the punt team here, and guy coming on late here, so we'll see if Brady Bowman goes back to field this punt.
By the way, thanks to Jack Soliday, all his help.
Yes, Jack
coordinating everything.
Took great care of us. Thank you very much, Jack. Of course, the great John Davis taking care of us with stats.
But to what Shelby, as Gallion will punt it away. Nobody back deep for the Whippets, and Aiden Schmidt booms one. He's been doing it all night. That punt will hit it about the 25. It'll hit on the turf inside the 20 and be touched up by Hay, and that will be at the 14-yard line is where Shelby will take over. The Whippets with a 34-7 lead, 9:30 away from punching a ticket to the state Final Four and celebrating a regional championship for just the 2nd time in school history. Rob Mahaney got his 100th career win a week ago. Braden DeVito, by the way, named Northwest District Player of the Year. Sam Gwirtz, Defensive Player of the Year. Mahaney, Coach of the Year, along with the coach from Bellevue and Napoleon. So I'll tell you what, the Whippets got all kind of accolades in the Northwest District. 9:30 to go in the game. Shelby up 34-7. Whippets 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. Gallion would love a takeaway. Trying to score with their defense. DeVito in the gun. He'll hand the football. Sloan, left side, lowers the shoulder across the 15 out near the 17-yard line. He'll get a gain of about 3 yards, but the one thing the Whippets want to see, Eric, is that clock move.
Yeah, right there, Sloan coming up a little gimpy there with his shoulder and kind of took a spill over top. And see, I like this. Bring in the freshman. I would have liked to have seen Luke Blevins even in the first half. Like I said, here's why I like him. He's already shown he's not putting the ball on the carpet. And I know there might be some pass protection and thing like that he needs to continue to grow in, but he's a home run threat. That kid with the ball in his hands, he could score from anywhere on the field. I want to get those guys on the field.
8:50 to go in the game. Shelby up 34-7. Whippets 2nd and 7 from their own 17-yard line. 2 wide receivers. DeVito in the gun. He'll hand it to Blevins. Blevins working it right side. Breaks a tackle. To the outside. Blevins to the 35. Hits the 40. Midfield. Blevins down the sideline and tackled from behind at the Gallion 40-yard line. Actually giving forward progress down to the Gallion 35. Nearly a home run from the freshman Luke Blevins. He's got it at the Tiger 35-yard line.
I told you, Aaron, I've coached a long time. When you have a difference maker as a freshman and he can mentally, socially, and physically handle it, and he can check all, you're talking about a kid that's 6 foot, 185 pounds. He is really, really strong, and he's fast. Like he's a track athlete.
Gallion had a penalty, personal foul on the defense.
Okay.
So you're going to tack on 15 yards from the end of the run, and Luke Blevins got this place jumping. He did it a week ago at the Whippet Athletic Complex in a 60-yard touchdown run as we started the second half last week.
Yeah, he's got one rush for 47 yards. Other than DeVito, he's your second leading rusher. I feel like, I know he's young, but get him on the field, man. Not to miss the fact, he can help you now. I really, truly believe it moving forward. But I also believe that, like next year, he's going to have to be one of your best players. Yeah. So I love this. This is real-life game experience. I love it.
8:35 to go, fourth quarter. DeVito back to pass. He'll get out of one tackle and then get a couple yards. Actually, no, they're going to say just maybe a yard. The line of scrimmage was around the 21. They're going to give him a yard or no gain?
No, it's no gain.
Okay, no gain. Put him down right at the 20-yard line. So DeVito on 1st and 10 at the 20 will have no gain. 2nd and 10, Shelby. They're at Gallion's 20-yard line. 8:11 to go in the game. Shelby leading 34-7. The Whippets just trying to run the football, run that clock out, and march their way to a state Final Four. DeVito in the gun. He's got Blevins now to his right. One wide receiver out each way. Shepard lined up right in front of Blevins. DeVito in the gun with the play clock down to 5. Braden will clap the hands, go off for the football, and they'll hand it off to Blevins in the hole. He'll be grabbed and taken down. Good job by Gallion right there to meet him in the middle. Tell you what, a couple of guys in on that stop. It was Sam Evans and Trey Shifley. The linebackers met him. It's going to be about a yard loss. And Blevins got the ball and hit the hole quickly. The problem was there were 2 guys waiting for him there.
Yeah, and that's that Gallion aggressive defense. That's a great job. Gallion's defense has been aggressive all night. I mean, you can tell Shelby's offense, specifically Shelby's offensive line, has been kind of on their heels, not knowing where it's coming from, and then a lot of times causing them to either jump or hold because you're catching instead of being the aggressor. That'll be something that's going to have to be addressed moving forward because you have to understand your next opponent's going to have that film.
Here we go. 7:03 to go in the football game. Shelby on 2nd down pass over the middle. Shepard had it, bobbled it, and dropped it at around the 15-yard line. It was 3rd down and 11 from Gallion's 21-yard line, and Shepard had it, bobbled it, was going to grab it, and well, I tell you what, Gallion players scooped it up off the turf. It is incomplete. That was grabbed there by Kane Hay. Incomplete. 6:58 to go in the game. Shelby leading 34-7 to Gallion. 4th and 11 Whippets. Football is at the Gallion 21-yard line. And that's the Whippets will leave the offense this deep in Gallion's end out on the field. They need 11 yards to pick up the first down. They got to get down to the Gallion 10-yard line. Blevins off the field. Baker in. He's to the right of DeVito. 4 wide receivers. Braden back to pass. Pressure coming. He'll step up. Braden will bounce it to the outside. DeVito nearly tackled from behind. Going backwards. He'll leave this one into the end zone. And that ball, is it going to be intercepted? No, it's incomplete. But that interception written all over it. It'll be incomplete as DeVito off his back foot just heaved it into the end zone. It will fall harmlessly incomplete.
Yeah, and here's why. Listen, that was a You know, I guess it was a fourth down play. I don't want anything that leads to an interception with a score. Does that make sense?
I could hear the coach in you.
Well,
as soon as he threw it, you were no.
I know why he's doing it, because it's fourth down. You're thinking, here we go, $5, throw it up. In this situation, up 34-7. Here's what I don't like about that. If that ball's intercepted and they happen to run that thing back, you're not positioned to defend. I want them to have to score against my defense that's only given up 7 points. I don't want to give up a pick six right there.
Shelby defense has been really, really good. Gallion takes over. 6:46 to go in the game. 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Braxton Stuckman will run it across the 25 out near the 27-yard line, about 6 yards on that run. Nice job right there. The Whippets, they're in the middle to drive him back. The guy on the tackle for Shelby was Quentin Albert, the senior defensive tackle, but it's a gain, as we mentioned, of about 6 yards. 2nd and 4 Gallion, their own 27-yard line. 6:16 to play in the fourth quarter. Shelby up 34-7. Aiden Schmidt back to pass. Right side going to be intercepted. Shepard tipped it to himself, and he'll take it into the end zone. Are you kidding me, Michael Shepard? The pass to the left. He tipped the ball, caught it himself, and rolls into the end zone. And Michael Shepard has just put an exclamation point on the regional championship.
Yeah, that's like you said, that's the exclamation point with the dot. And not only that, that's going to add to the running clock.
Dude, so that's a play.
So that's an unbelievable play. That's one of those ones that Brian and the crew at the OH report, that's going to become a highlight. That's going to be one of those play of the week nominees. And hey, Shelby got their running clock, man. It's crazy to think that the way this game was going, I thought Gallion would be able to prevent it from that, but here in the second half, what did I say? Shelby came out, made the proper adjustments, and listen, this is not a truly talent-equated game. We know that. Gallion was going to play very opportunistic. They couldn't turn the ball over. They had to take care. They had to take advantage of every Shelby miscue, in my opinion, to win this game. And Shelby didn't. Shelby did from the standpoint of penalties, but not turnovers.
Whippets up 40-7. Point after by Miller and Auto Parts on the way, and that is good by Everett Harris. We'll step aside. 5:10 to go in the game. Shelby 41, Gallion 7. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Welcome back to Arlin Field in Mansfield. WMAN teaming up with our friends at the OH Report. We're in great hands. The great Adam Thompson flying the plane here at Arlin Field, and Shelby with a running clock. 4:47 to go. Kickoff goes off the leg of one of the Gallion players, and Shelby has the football. Shelby comes down with the football. That's Baron Wallup who grabs it for Shelby, number 33. Went off the leg of one of the Gallion players, Erik, and he was not able to grab it, and the Whippets fall on the football. Just inside the 35, they're going to put that football at around where are we going to put it?
It looks like they're putting it on 29. Or the 32.
32. Tell you what, for the Whippets, I'll tell you, Everett Harris has kind of been a magician on those kickoffs, Erik.
Right.
He's done a great job. And the Whippet offense,
No, they've subbed everybody out. So now you're going to see Shelby's number 2s. Yeah, you're not going to see a starter in the game. This game's over. Clock's running. As a matter of fact, if you snap this ball inside of 2-3 seconds, you're probably going to get yelled at a little bit by your coaches. But and this is once again where you have a really nice freshman running back. You have a really nice
another penalty will come out. Clock is running at 4:09 to go in the football game. Delay of game on Shelby. Okay. I guess the play clock started. I think the play clock started before. I don't know if everybody was. I think the substitution, Eric, probably maybe was a little delayed having guys get onto the field. So Shelby will have another penalty. As we mentioned, it's wholesale changes. We're having all new linemen, quarterback, wide receivers. Trent Rodman wearing Erik Will's favorite lime green shoes.
Yeah, like the Skittles.
They're out there.
Skittle shoes.
Standing at the 42-yard line. Whippets have the football. Clock running at 3:41 to go in the football game.
Actually, the clock's not running.
It stops for a moment, and now we'll run it. 41-7 Shelby.
Once again, don't snap this right now. Let that clock run.
Rodman in the gun. Blevins to his left. One wide receiver out each way. Shelby 3:28 away from their second ever regional championship. Rodman standing with the play clock at 7. He'll go to snap it. Gallion blitzes up the field. They'll hand it to Blevins. It'll be taken down. Gallion got through. And that's their starting linebacker, Camden Coleman. He came and took him down for a loss back behind the 40. Put him down at around the 42-yard line. A loss of about 5 yards. Almost like Gallion just perfectly timed that snap count. Tell you what, looking down, Eric, on the OH report monitors, all the Shelby fans down below. Great crowd from Shelby.
Yeah, tremendous crowd. They showed up.
I think those are the students right there.
Yeah,
I believe, right?
I mean, probably. I mean, 80% of this home side here was full, so Shelby definitely showed out today as far as the crowds go.
Yeah, Shelby brought thousands of people here, and we are ready to rock and roll here with a 2nd and 20. Handoff to Blevins. Football at the Gallion 42. Breaks out of a tackle. He'll get inside the 40 and then shove back. They'll give him forward progress to the 39. You can see the strength right there and all of that, Eric, just on that run for Luke Blevins with 2:24 to go in the football game. Shelby 41, Gallion 7, and we will let you know who the Whippets will play next week in the state semifinals. I believe Indian Hill had a pretty good lead on Valley View. Last report we heard, I don't know if we have a final, but we'll see if Eric can track down a final here. 2 minutes to go in the football game. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We plan on hearing from our player of the game, and I know at least on the radio side we will hear from Shelby head coach Rob Mahaney in the booth coming up in the post-game show. We can tell you, is that a final?
No, it's fourth quarter, but it's going to be.
Okay, Indian Hill has a 41-14 lead on Valley View fourth quarter, and we have another penalty.
I think they jumped that time in the neutral zone.
1:40 to go in the game. Clock running clock. Shelby leading 41-7. Remember, we'll hand out that Neil Cady Insurance iHeartRadio Athlete of the Week each and every week.
Oh, man, they called delay of game.
It's a delay of game on Shelby.
That's going to continue to add to Shelby. Shelby has 16 penalties for 109 yards. That right there. I'm just telling you, I'm always thinking about this stuff. You do that next week, and the score will not look like this. It'll actually look like this the other way. You cannot give over a football field's worth of penalties.
And they haven't had a lot this year, as I mentioned. They have not had a game like this. But again, iHeartRadio Athlete of the Week, thanks to the Neil Cady Insurance Agency of Ashland and Norwalk. Get a free quote, NeilCadyInsurance.com. That's NeilKadey Insurance.com. Those great plaques are made by Emerald Awards at Engraving in Ashland. Our latest Athlete of the Week, Braden DeVito of the Shelby Whippets, who have the football. 3rd down 22. They're at Gallion's 44-yard line. 40 seconds to play in the regional final.
Well, what they're doing is it's a smart move.
They're going to take another delay of game, and that's on purpose. They just want to keep the clock running and no chance for a fumble or anything. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, clock is continuing to wind down.
That's going to be it.
And the Shelby Whippets do not have to run another play. For the second time in school history, the Shelby Whippets have won a regional championship. The Whippets, for the first time since 2017, have punched their ticket to the Final Four. Shelby, 13-0, will practice on Thanksgiving, and they will play on the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, tied a school record with wins with 13 as well. Next week, they're going for history, and that's going to be a big one. And congratulations to the Shelby Whippets. Congratulations to the Gallion Tigers getting into a regional final, losing one of your marquee players, man. You got to tip your cap to them. They came out here, they played hard. They just, quite frankly, weren't able to make enough plays. And Shelby moving on, going to that state Final Four.
All right, we'll take a break and be back. back. Final score, Shelby wins the regional championship. Shelby 41, Gallion 7. We'll take a break and be back. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. At Pioneer, you'll gain real-world skills, hands-on training, and college credits, all while preparing for the jobs of tomorrow. Pioneer, preparing today's students for tomorrow's opportunities. Discover your future at Pioneer.
I'm Steve Krall, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
Congratulations to Shelby. You turned out in 4th.
Back at Arlin Field in Mansfield, Gallion just received their regional runner-up trophy. The Whippets getting their regional championship trophy. We're going to turn it over now to Jack Soliday. Here's got the microphone at Arlin Field.
Dance next Friday night at a site that will be determined against the winner of Indian Lake and Valley View. On behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Mansfield Senior High School, and the Board of Control, Coach Mahaney and your captains, please come forward and accept the Regional Championship trophy.
Whippets have about probably 10, 12 players, Erik, who are heading out to grab that trophy. They are hoisting that trophy high. See a couple school board members, other people onto the field. And I see what the superintendent's out there. Scott Rose, we know, school board president, helps with the coaching staff. A lot of people onto the field to congratulate the Whippets, who just received that regional championship trophy. What a season, by the way, for the Gallion Tigers, who are heading off to all right. Eric, you have to tip your cap to Gallion because they played a whale of a season. They had a great, coming into the season, I don't think a lot of people thought Gallion were going to play for a regional title. Coach Matt Dick has done a great job in his 10 years, and Shelby right now, for the second time in school history, going to hoist that trophy.
If you would have told me at the beginning of the year they would be playing for a regional championship, I probably would have called you on that. And I'll tell you what, great job by Coach Dick and the Gallion Tigers. They were physical, they were aggressive. Their front seven was a major problem. Quite frankly, just they didn't have the big capabilities on offense that Shelby did, and I think that proved to be the difference in the game. You know, Aaron, you talked about that coming in, you know, plays of over 20 yards. Shelby had 6 of them, and they were significantly more than 20 yards, and I think that's the plays like that are the difference in the game. Shelby is just able to overcome the penalties or a turnover here and there that maybe some other programs aren't when they're, you know, because it's not necessarily a truly talent-equated game. But Gallion, man, what a season. Coach Dick, fantastic. Regional runner-up. You know, things like this hurt, but I'm telling you, you're going to look back. The players and coaches are going to look back in 10, 15 years, and they're going to remember this very fondly.
Shelby defeats Gallion by a final score of 41-7. The Whippets, they go to 13-0, and they claim their second ever regional championship in school history. And again, they'll be celebrating Thanksgiving while practicing that day and then playing the day after, wherever that game will be. WMAN will be there next Friday night to cover that game for you live. I know the OH report as well. We'll follow the Whippets.
Yeah, Adam's coming with us. It's kind of a thing now.
I think Adam just said we're all a part of the train, and the Whippet train rolls to the Final Four. Let's recap the game before we get our player of the game. I know at least on the radio side we're going to hear from Coach Mahaney in the post-game show as well. Shelby gets 5 touchdowns tonight from quarterback Braden DeVito. At the 8:08 mark of the opening quarter was a 7-yard touchdown pass to Brady Bowman. Point after good by Everett Harris. Made it 7-0 Shelby. At the 1:49 mark of quarter number 1, it was a 37-yard touchdown pass, and it was DeVito into the hands of Travis Sloan. It made it 14-0 Shelby. That was the end. That was our score after the end of one quarter. Shelby 14 and Gallion nothing. At the 6:35 mark of the second quarter, Gallion's only touchdown. It was a touchdown pass from quarterback Aiden Schmidt, 29 yards, to tight end Dom Capretta. Point after good by Braden Beachy, and that made it 14-7 Shelby. But the Whippets answer at the 4:39 mark of the game, and I'll tell you what, Braden DeVito has had a lot of plays where you could say the play of the year. We might have just saw it tonight. Right. He scrambled around for about 15 seconds and threw a dart in the left corner of the end zone, and Caden Paws slid underneath it and caught it 29 yards. This place erupted, and it was a 29-yard throw and catch. Point after good by Harris made it 21-7 Shelby, and that was our score at halftime. Shelby 21 and Gallion 7. Third quarter, just one score. Shelby had it at the 9:41 mark. Braden DeVito, a 7-yard touchdown run. The point after was no good. That made it Shelby 27 and Gallion 7. That was our score after 3. Shelby 27 and Gallion 7. Fourth quarter, Braden DeVito with the second touchdown pass of the night to Brady Bowman. It came at the 10:30 mark of the fourth quarter. A 15-yard throw and catch. Point after was good by Everett Harris. Made it 34-7 Shelby. And then Michael Shepard had a great play. He tipped the ball to himself, intercepted it from his defensive end spot, and then raced to the end zone 20 yards. Point after good by Everett Harris. That came at the 5:10 mark of the fourth quarter, and that gave us our final score. Shelby 41, Gallion 7, and the Whippets win a regional championship for just the second time in school history. Eric, you got a few stats in front of you on the big screen from John Davis. We appreciate John Davis and all his stats. What jumps out at you? I know a half dozen plays of 20 yards or more jumps out big.
Well, yeah, no doubt about it. We got to start with number 2, Braden DeVito. 15 carries for 151 yards, right? So you're talking about 10 yards a carry, a touchdown there. And then he was 18 of 28 for 249 with 4 touchdowns. Here's the key, no interceptions. And this is what we knew had to happen. You got to give Gallion credit. They were so good the first time around against Brady Bowman. I think 4 catches for like 35 yards. Not today. Bowman goes for 7 catches for 104, nearly 15 with 3 tutties. And then Michael Shepard doing a great job as well with his 3 catches from 41. Caden Paz, who I think is really developing into a true number 2 threat. It had 3 catches for 40 and had the big touchdown catch from across the field. A guy that was a second-team All-League wide receiver last year for Ontario made the move to Shelby. Landon Foltz had 2 big catches for 16 yards. One extended a drive, had a good defensive game as well. And you know, when you look at this, Shelby had 53 plays, 18 first downs. Like, in the time of possession, they won that significantly by over 8 minutes, Aaron. You gotta love that. 462 yards for Shelby to Gallion's 211. So they more than doubled them. Huge, right? Here's another big stat. This is the stat of the game if you want to see this. Gallion had 4 turnovers. Shelby had none. That right there, Gallion is not an explosive enough offensive team to be able to overcome that with having the 4 turnovers here. And then you got to look at this, the penalty yardage. Shelby, 17 for 114, even though they did have a couple there at the end that they were kind of giving away to keep the clock running. And then Gallion only had 5 for 35. Shelby, just absolute domination of this game, and it showed up on the scoreboard. Other than the penalties, Shelby won really every facet of the game.
And I'll tell you what, the Whippets, Gallion ran the ball well on Shelby the first time they played early in that game. They held them to 20 yards on 17 carries tonight. That was incredible.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break and come back. We will have our player of the game. He's delayed. There's people down on the field who are...
He knows he's supposed to get up
here. Yeah, he will be on his way. We'll take one more break, come back, and hear from our player of the game, and we hope to hear from Shelby head coach Rob Mahaney, at least on the radio side. Stay with us. Back in a moment. Shelby regional champions. They defeat Gallion 41-7. Our player of the game coming up next. We'll take a break and be back. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Call Buckeye Horizon, your local trained comfort specialist.
yeah. I mean, we knew that they send pressure, but tonight they were sending pressure.
Yes.
We knew that they kind of live in that feast or famine. They're going to blitz everybody. It's either they're going to get home like they did a lot of the times, or we'll be able to capitalize off of it. And that's what we did tonight. And I'm so proud of the group. I'm so proud of the line, how they held up. That's hard to do. They have a great linebacker core. That is hard to do for our linemen, and they did a great job.
Our player of the game tonight, Braden DeVito of the Shelby Whippets. Man, you got to walk me through. You've had so many plays in your career that we've called that kind of takes our breath away. Talk us through that 29-yard touchdown throw and catch. You were scrambling around. We got the video here. We think you were running around for about 15 seconds. Walk us through this pass to Caden Pause.
Man, the play broke down. I started scrambling, and then everyone, we have a scramble drill that we work on at least once a week, and we're scramble drilling, and then I saw Caden, and I saw the back left side of the end zone open up, and I'm directing Caden. And me and him, we built a chemistry, and he saw me, he got to the spot, and I just put it there.
Yeah, talk about that relationship, because we know you and Brady Bowman, man. I mean, you guys are peanut butter and jelly, man. But what I like is Caden Paz is becoming a little Kool-Aid and sugar with you. And I mean, talk about that relationship, because he's turning into a legit number 2 for you guys.
Oh, 100%. The biggest problem it's been so far this year is just learning the stuff, learning the plays, and he's starting to pick it up. And when he picks it up, that adds a whole nother element for defenses. I mean, you're going to have trouble bracketing Brady when you got Caden Paz on the other side, because that kid is shifty and explosive, and he can move. So having him out there, that when he knows the plays, is dangerous, and I love it.
Talking with Braden DeVito in the postgame show, our player of the game. You got to talk about your defense, because your defense, we've covered you guys. This is our 8th game covering Shelby. Your defense has gotten better and better week by week. I know Sam Gort's honored player of the year defensively. He was all over the field.
And by the way, your defense, Braden, only giving up a little over 8 a game. That's going down. You only gave up 7 tonight. So you guys, like Aaron said, you guys are balling out on that side.
Talk about your defense.
I mean, we got 2 studs up front, and then our interior is so good. And then behind them, you got guys like Bryce Samsel, you got Travis Sloan who flies sideline to sideline, then you got Sam Gortz who leads the whole thing, the whole defense, our glue guy. That kid has worked for everything he's done, and he is such a phenomenal player. And he had some adversity coming up, and he found a way to get on the field, and he is excelling in his role. And behind, we have such a solid secondary group. We got all of us back there clicking, communicating, and it showed tonight. And our defensive coaches put us in great positions. We are so prepared coming into the game that we've seen all this. We've been doing it all practice, all week. We've been looking at the exact formation that they come out in, and our coaches do a great job putting us in good position.
Now, so you're coming out in the second half, and the offensive line struggle a little bit. I mean, like you were saying, I think Gallion's aggressiveness just causes a little bit of jumps and maybe some grabs and things like that. What was you, because you are a leader, there's no doubt. You are the alpha dog of this team. You are the face of this team. Like, what's your conversations like with them just to encourage them to continue to go to the next play?
To not let it snowball. I mean, we need them way too much for them to be down on one play. I mean, we had a drive, we kept getting backed up, and that shouldn't affect the next drive, thinking about how you messed up. And our O-line does a great job of flipping the page. I mean, they're going to mess up sometimes, but they've been solid all year long. Gallion sent a ton of pressure today. That's what they were going to live or die on, and they got home sometimes. I mean, they're a great linebacking core, and I got to give props to the line. They held up their best. They struggled at times, but with that Gallion's defense and how they fly around, it's going to happen tomorrow.
Braden, I got to ask you guys made it to the regional semifinals a year ago. Heartbreaker in that loss. But talk about the motivation to get back here and win this one.
100%. The motivation to just get back here, let alone be at Arlin again. I mean, when we figured out we were at Arlin again, that had a whole nother motivator, as if we weren't already fully motivated. I mean, getting back here again, getting a win on this field with how it felt leaving here last time, that taste stayed in your mouth till tonight. I mean, man. And then coming out of halftime, we're up 21-7. We knew no lead is safe. We knew foot on the gas till the clock hit 0-0 after the fourth quarter. I mean, we knew we let the motivation of letting up 22 points in the fourth quarter last year. Man, our guys just get locked in on that type of stuff, and we got a special group.
So let me ask you this real quick. Like, what's it feel like for you? Like, what do you think of when I say state Final Four? Like, what's that mean to you? Like, to hear that second team in the history, 130-some years of football, 31 conference championships, the amount of great players that have come through Shelby football, and to say that you're like a part of an exclusive group because you're chasing history now, man. Yep. Right? What's that mean to you?
Man, that history aspect, it means everything. Growing up and watching the 2017 team make their run, and then man, we just wanted to do it. We knew we had the class to do it, and we just had to click. And then we've had some additions along the way who have just molded right into our tradition. And Shelby has such a great tradition of football, and to be the second team to do this, it's just so special to us. And now we're just trying to make history and be one of the first team to do something.
You're hearing from Braden DeVito. We're going to let you go, but what was it like when you looked up and saw this home side just packed with Whippet Nation, because you knew they were going to show up and they were loud? Well, what's it like being here at Arlin and seeing this place packed on the home side?
I love this community. I will give my all for this community because how they show up endlessly. I mean, this community loves their football. They have constant support for us, and we knew Gallion had a good community, and they showed up, and our crowd did their part. And man, I love this community, and we love playing for them.
So let me ask you this. So I'm finishing up my last question. You know, you're gonna get back at it, go to film tomorrow, because you know, you understand this. The spice of this whole thing is the preparation process. It's staying the course, not getting caught up. There's gonna be a lot of distractions. So going into next week, state Final Four, you did this in basketball. See, people don't realize this. You have a perspective on this part of sport that a lot of your teammates don't have. You played on a state Final Four basketball team 2 years ago as a sophomore. Your leadership's going to be very, very important. So what's going to be your message to your guys when you stand up and say, guys, this is what's coming. You can't allow the distractions to get the best of you.
I love the example of you can't drink the perfume. I mean, it smells good.
Yeah.
It smells good.
That's good.
But if you drink it, it's poison. You can't feed into the poison. And you're going to hear a lot of media hyping us up. If that cannot soften us up. We came this far in our locker room with each other, and we've lifted together, blood, sweat, and tears together. We did that together. None of the media guys were in the weight room in February with us doing the stuff. It's us. So we got to lock in on us and laser focus. Light at the end of the tunnel. That's been our message.
Braden, look in that camera. As many shout-outs as you want. You just won a regional championship.
I cannot do any of this without my coaches and teammates, man. I mean, our coaches do a phenomenal job week to week, and my teammates, man, we have such a special group of seniors, and then underclassmen play for us, man. And shout out to the community. Community shows out, and man, I love playing for them.
Yeah.
We will see you in a state Final Four next week. How's that sound, man?
Yes,
and Braden, as impressive as you are on the field, and you are, it's a pleasure for us to interview you because, dude, you're a first-class young man. You need to hear that, which goes way beyond the football field. You're an impressive young man.
Thank you, guys.
And you're going to practice on Thanksgiving, by the way.
Yes, sir. That's something not many people get to do.
That's right. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Braden DeVito, you got it. Our player of the game.
Good job, brother.
Also, our Spitzer Motors game changer. Head coach Rob Mahaney, come on down. OH Report, you staying with it? Okay, the OH Report is going to break away. That's our coverage with the OH Report. They're going to break away. We're going to have Shelby head coach Rob Mahaney come grab the headset. Shelby has defeated Gallion by a final score of 41-7. The Whippets have won a regional championship for the second time in school history. Head coach Rob Mahaney.
I'll tell you what, is joining us now. Erik, go ahead. Well, and I want to just, man, how impressive is he? I mean, this is a huge game. He's one of the most impressive people I've ever talked to, let alone watching. Go ahead, just talk about your career.
He's the man. Like you said, he does all the little things right. I tell Aaron about this every time we do an interview. But
what a performance Braden DeVito put on for you tonight. And it sounds like he's asking the media to come to the weight room. So we're going to go hit some weights so we can share some of that championship too. Big shout out to everybody involved in this tonight. Brandon Powell, Caden Schmid, we had Grady. I never got his last name. Thanks, Grady. Did a great job on switching. But also Erik Will and Aaron Hines of WMAN Radio. Everybody that's listening to this game, we'll wrap this up now so we can get home and you can watch this game. I'm Adam Thompson. We'll see you at the next one. Live and free. Hopefully.